What's up, buddy?
How's it going, brother?
Not bad, man. I was sitting here listening to some music and chair dancing. I got lots of rhythm from the waist up, right? So,
Yeah, same. I don't have much rhythm from the waist down though. So
perhaps later on in the evening, after a few more pints, I'll have some lower body rhythm. But right now, so how's your week been, pal?
it's been very busy. Lots of stuff going on at work, but we're
Yeah,
getting through it. I've been just been doing stuff with figures and all that as much as I can this week. Just kind of relax. So, how are you doing?
yeah, I'm doing good, man. I booked a last minute camping trip um, for the up by the St. Lawrence River. There's this 11-kilometer stretch of islands, and I didn't realize it, but I think it's actually part of the Thousand Islands. But there's campsites all throughout there. So I picked the furthest one, Glen Gary, and I'm going to be staying out there for a few days. And so it's like a 4 hour drive. So I've got it planned so that I'll leave early in the morning on Wednesday next week, and I'll just drive through and make like a point of seeing all the little spots and do a few hikes before I get there. Right, so it's should be a good one.
Yeah,
Uh,
that'll be nice. Yeah,
yeah.
sure you're packing figures for that.
Oh yeah. I'm packing figures. Going to pack my mountain bike, and I've got some new gear. I'm going to try out a smaller tent because usually I practically glamp, but I'm going to scale down a bit so it's not as much of a pain in the ass to set up.
Do you
Uh,
just kind of like go on your own, or do you bring your? Does your wife go with you?
Oh no! My wife's idea of roughing it is a hotel room without room service,
Ah,
right?
fair enough.
and
Yeah.
that's her that's her line, not mine. Yeah. But yeah. So it's but yeah, for figures and stuff, I've been going crazy with the Mafex, and then also Outback. I don't know I don't know what it is about this dude, but I just dig him. Right, so I've been doing shots with him. I just
Oh, that guy, yeah, he's such a good. I think he might be figure of the year for a lot of people because he's really
yeah
good.
yeah I for me, I think it might be the T800, the Mafex T800.
Oh yeah, that yeah.
That
I want
that
to buy that
that
so
figure
bad. That
that
looks so
figure we've
good.
been waiting for that figure since the movie, right?
Yeah,
like, like honestly, it hits so many of the right notes, and I can't wait for the Terminator 2 version to come out.
I it went so I don't know if I can get the T800 still. I definitely want to, but if I can't, then that's definitely the one I'm gonna buy. I will need to get that because yeah,
You'd only get the one though. You wouldn't geek out.
maybe I don't. It's kind of the same, really similar enough.
Yeah, but it gives you more storytelling options. So you can move on to the full biker leather versus the versus just the jacket version, right?
And of course, I would need all the extra accessories that both of them come with, right?
Yeah, no,
Can't
I
change between the two. So.
honestly that figure blew me away. But also there's the Valaverse figure that I grabbed. And ironically another graybeard dude, right? But I love this guy, man. He's super cool. Kind of reminds
Which
me
one is that?
um I want to say it's Kratos or Craven or something like that, but he's one of the Valaverse figures,
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
and
Yeah.
he comes with a helmet and shit, but he's really articulated. The joints are nice and tight, right? And but like it even holds up to zoom in, right?
Yeah, that's
He's like an idealized version of me on steroids. Yeah.
awesome.
I think that's what I dig about it. Yeah, correct. That's right, Thor. That's
Nice, nice.
correct.
How's it going, gentlemen? Good evening to you.
Yeah, welcome aboard. And I apologize. I smoked a joint before this started, so I'm a little bit slower on the uptake than I was expecting to be. But
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but my eyes, like, I'm looking at it on camera, and I'm like, wow, I look pretty fucked up right now. So
actually,
yeah,
both of us, if we weren't talking, it would look like we're asleep because our eyes are so slitted, right?
I always I just started like my work schedule now. I do early morning stuff instead of like as I used to do like 12 to 9s all the time. So I'm just getting used to like waking up early now, and I'm pretty much always tired. So it's
Yeah, yeah. Tired to state of mind, I guess.
yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to sleep. But I was talking. Maybe I don't know if I can. Anyway, yeah, I can talk about it. I might be also doing that workshop at Henry's.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
awesome.
I was able to get a hold of the store manager. A friend of mine suggested he works at their office there, and used to work with me. So he recommended that I reach out to them and connect. So maybe doing the workshop at Henry.
Oh,
There he is.
What's up,
hey,
brother?
what's up? It's so weird because like there's a dual screen setup for my wife's office. So so the laptop that I'm using is here, but then the actual screen that everything is on is over here. So I'm like, okay, I can see you guys if I'm looking this way, but I'm not really like looking actually at the camera, so it's like kind of odd.
I think we'll all survive, buddy.
Yeah, I figured as much.
So glad you were driving safe there. You made it back.
Yeah, I didn't drive like Robert Pattinson.
Well, that's unfortunate. You should have. It's fun.
I think maybe maybe I should have. I don't know, man. So what's everybody up to tonight?
Just hanging, man. Like I've gotten an early start with my little
Nice.
right, but yeah, it's just a good relaxing night, and looking forward to having some jokes with you guys and checking out some good artists and giving some people some recognition for what they do.
Yeah, for sure, man. I went to Heroes World today,
Oh yeah,
and I ended up getting the Spider Gwen, the Mafex one.
She's awesome, man.
Oh, she's so cool, man. I mean, she
Just
like
a little bit fragile feeling, but she's awesome.
She's great. She's great. She poses really, really well too, man. I mean,
Yeah.
like she can get the ballet poses down really, really well, and she looks really good with the Mafex Spidey that you also got last week, Jeff.
Yeah.
That Spidey man is so good.
It actually poses crazy good, right?
Yeah.
Which the classic
the
Matrix?
symbiote one has the
Yeah.
same body though. The symbiote Spidey. It's
Yeah.
just-
Oh yeah.
they both are really great at posing. It's yeah, man. I kind of jumped into a Mafex wormhole, so I've been having a.
Yeah, man, you have a few now, eh? Like it was only like, what was it, a few months ago? You're like, oh
I
man.
started with the T800 like at the beginning of June.
Yeah.
And I don't. I'm not. I got a couple.
It's funny because I remember telling Jeff, I was just like, man, you should really get a Mafex. They're great for like articulation and stuff. He's like, no, I really like Mezco. I'm gonna stick with my Mezco stuff. It's like, okay, if you say so. Buys one Mafex figure. I gotta get them all.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Like I was focusing on Mezco for a while there because I was literally buying any Mezco I didn't have that was on a good deal or just went up, and so I just grab it, right? And yeah, that's truth, or they do go hand in hand. But,
Yeah.
Because what I was thinking is like I could do entire photo shoots with Mezco, but I was also kind of thinking, you know, maybe I could get some recognition from them and stuff like that by shooting exclusively Mezco. And then I sort of woke up to like I should just do my art, right? And after I was sort of thinking maybe I should check out some other lines, and then I picked up that T800. Yeah. Chris, were you one of the ones that grabbed the T800? Anyway, Chris that's watching right now, he was one of the guys in the workshop that I did, and two people out of the class bought the last T800s that they had because of the picture that I did with it, right? So that was a great compliment to me, and it was also a big help to the store. So it was yeah, but there's just something about the articulation on the Mafex. And also, I'm not as worried about them getting dirty, right?
No, you can beat them up just as much as Marvel Legends.
You have to be careful of the soft good capes and things like that.
Yeah,
fuck those up. But that I had unconscious Mezco figure stress when when I was doing some shoots, right? Even though they're just tools and everything else, I was thinking, yeah, but I want to at least use the tool for a few more shoots, right?
Yeah, I definitely feel the same when I'm shooting those. It's a bit of stress involved, not to completely destroy anything.
It doesn't help when there's figures like, let's say, the Iron Fist that came out. Like, I love Iron Fist, but the problem is that his suit is really, really thin. So any sort of like wrong movement and like any way that you want to pose him, like, it'll catch and it'll like rip.
Yeah, that material catches on things too, right? So, like you have to be very careful because I mean, for example, the Superman figures that they make, they all have that same material. Now, Superman is a type of hero that's prone to being in rubble and having it not leave a mark. But you do enough rubble scenes with those Supermen, and I'm telling you right now, you're going to have all kinds of catches in those costumes. You'll be having to do light ring, right?
Yeah, I still have to pick mine up for my old work, but like. I don't know, man.
That last Superman that they released from Mezco, dude, it is like it is the ultimate Superman. In my opinion, it's really well done.
Yeah, I agree. I love that figure. It's so good.
And I realize now, like talking about it, I think I've got more Superman figures than I ever thought I would have. But I've got the Christopher Reeve one. I've got the Red Sun, and then that Superman. And then I've also got the Dark Knight Returns Mafex Superman.
That one's really good.
Yeah,
that one's
awesome. So there, and I'll tell you, there's things that I love about every single one of those figures, right? And they're just they all work well together. But I'm most comfortable with the Mafex one because I know I'm not gonna. There's not too much I can do to wreck it, you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Gargoyle figures, yeah.
Oh, those look great, man.
Can't wait to see those pictures.
All the NECA stuff recently has been really, really good. It's crazy, man.
I still trigger shy with NECA because 100% of the NECA figures I've picked up, something falls off them that isn't supposed to.
I swear you and Dave in the same boat.
It's fucking annoying, man. Like it's like, oh, that looks really great. Oh, it looks great except for when it falls off just as I'm snapping the shot. Right?
I think I only have one set, and it's or I guess that Sam Fisher figure. I'm pretty sure he's from NECA. That one's good, but I have the God of War Kratos and Atreus 2-pack, and man, like that has so many like things that are just falling off, and like I barely shot that or used that at all. It's just like
it's in pieces, right?
Yeah, it's just like, there's definitely some issues there.
Yeah. So, I mean, their stuff looks great, and it stands.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Sitting in and things like that. Most of the time, sometimes they have some QC issues on the painting, but when they're on their game with the figure, like it looks good and it holds up well to photos, right?
Give me 1 second, guys.
All right, but
oh, that's cool.
So,
Chris there says he works for Ubisoft. That's awesome, man. That's dope. Yeah,
no way.
Sam Fisher like a while ago. He's like an old figure.
I feel like I didn't learn enough about the people that were in the workshops. I didn't know that.
Yeah, definitely. I think you can get him on eBay. Definitely look for him. He's pretty awesome. We've done a couple of shots with that one. Yeah, he's great. Good figure.
Which one?
The Sam Fisher. From
Sam Fisher? Actually,
yeah, it's an old figure. Like
that's one I would dig. Solid Snake is one that I'd dig.
Oh man, yeah.
From that one game, you know, with a where, you know, the exclamation marks over the head and stuff.
Yeah, man.
That version, I would dig that. And same with the that game.
I wish they just did a Metal Gear line. I would buy every figure from it. I would buy the case. Like I would order the case. I wouldn't even mess with trying to find it in the store. That would be immediate.
I've got great memories tied in with that game, and like I done well. Like I would just say, yeah, I'll find the space on the shelf.
Oh, you worked on Blacklist? That's awesome, bro. Oh, that's so cool.
Wow.
Oh, really? That's so cool. I have a couple of friends that also worked on it. It was like a couple of brothers that worked at that shop at my old work. That's crazy, man.
It's really sweet.
It's funny because it wasn't just a couple of customers that I knew from my work. But then somebody that I met not too long after that, he's a part of the Filipino martial arts community, and he documents a lot of stuff through videography. So I was just like, okay, sure, yeah, I'm just gonna hang out with him. And then he told me, he's just like, I see you talk about Splinter Cell a lot. Did you play Blacklist? I'm like, yeah. He's like, dude, I did the videography on that. I'm like, wait, what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so like I talk to him fairly regularly.
Small world with Chris having been working there.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I mean, like, I'm trying to see the comments here.
Nico, what's up, man?
Right on, buddy. Pico, there's another guy that's solid in the community, eh?
Yeah, man.
As well. Another big contributor out there. Go. Yeah, we're just hanging out, having pints, and I'm actually getting my my tabletop vaporizer warmed up here.
Oh, nice. Man, I gotta set mine up. I think I have
THC.
one. Oh, nice. I gotta set my tabletop up next time for sure.
Yeah, no, this is one of the coolest pot paraphernalia things I've ever picked up. And also because it works consistently. Like over the years, there have been so many nonsense garbage things that work once and then fall apart, and no money back.
Pretty clean too. It's not like I don't know, like and it's good for first time smokers. Like it's really good for like having parties and stuff, because like as long as you have like a thing to clean the mouthpiece, like it's not bad.
Yeah, and if
you have one as
able
well.
to get a few of the mouthpieces, which I don't have, then you could really make it like just a hook up and turn on the fan thing and go.
Yeah.
Is that what you're going to be bringing to wherever we're going to go to shoot? Just that vaporizer?
Yeah, well, you know what? I'll definitely be bringing it with me camping next week. Because I'm such a wimp, right? I go camping like a real man, and literally I pick my site because it's across from the washroom, the showers, and the laundry services, and my site is electric. I'm going to be camping beside trailers in a tent that's like, right? It's one of those instant pop-up tents. I'm experimenting with camping kit because I normally have a huge tent. And so this is one of those ones you toss it and it goes like a transformer, and it goes poof, it's open. You just gotta stake it down and do up the cords, and then you're good to go, right? And instead of a cot, I'm using like a giant mattress, like it's inflatable, and it's anyway. We don't need to talk about it anymore, but it's gonna be fun.
If I want to focus on practicing posing in better pictures with my camera, what simple backdrop would you recommend? Probably white or black, depending on the camera.
Just black foam board.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what we were saying before. Just any black foam board is probably best for attitude-y type of shots. For one, like hopeful, dreamy kind of shots, go with a white foam board background.
It also depends on like the color of the character too, right?
Yeah.
So if you have like an all black character, you don't want to use black. I regret that
unless it's a stealthy pose. But the cool thing about using black with black is if you light it properly, pop like fuck, right? Like you have proper side light that give it those edges. Black on black like that looks dope.
So good. Sorry, Adam, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say those boards are a good investment. Like even once you expand into like dioramas and stuff, you're still gonna be walling it off with film.
Yeah.
So, like it's always good to just have a bunch.
I pick up a stack at the dollar store every once.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the dollar. I always go.
Yeah, good
up there.
It also works really well too if you're trying to make it feel like it's a room. So you don't want to have the lights coming down. You want it to like come off from the sides or even like inside. So you have it kind of walled off. Then you have the light underneath it with like
that's what I do.
And you're good.
See it. I don't know if you can see it, but the way I've got that set up, it's a bright light in behind foam board, and I can just slide that light back and forth to adjust how bright or how dim it is.
Ooh.
Right? When I go full open, it looks like the sun, and then when I slide it over just so a few are showing, then it looks more like an evening.
Mm-hmm. That's good, man. I mean, did
Well,
you
that's
make
awesome.
that while you were while we were under lockdown?
Yeah.
So you had so much time on your hands, you just kind of like MacGyvered it.
Dude, it's literally a piece of foam board with a rectangle cut into it that I just have wedged between the hanger bar and the top shelf with a flat light in behind it. Right? Like that's all. It's just like hick MacGyvering. Right?
The most Canadian thing ever. Just some tape, a light, and then cardboard, whatever.
You know, my favorite philosopher on mediocrities. I looked at it and I said, "Good enough." You know.
I definitely got to try that out though, because I'm trying to recreate some like the Dark Knight scenes, and I want to have it so that it's like got those pot lights, like the yellow pot lights in the ceiling. So I got to figure something out with that.
Nice, yeah.
You can totally do it with foam board, man. And also, it does not, because it's a light source. It's not going to be defined unless you set your camera so that it is. But it's supposed to be providing light, so it doesn't even have to be great. It just has to provide the light in the shape that you want it to, right? Yeah. And that's what I love about the foam board. You can use it to create different lighting tones and everything, man. And you can use the white board to reflect light so that it softens it, but still provides an overall glow. And so versatile. Like anybody getting into this, pick up a foam board, black and white, stacks of it. You'll use it.
Yeah, that and hockey tape, Adam.
Apparently,
I'm more about the green tape because it doesn't wreck your sets, right?
Oh, painter's tape is amazing. Yeah,
painter's tape is so good, man.
I use that for a lot of stuff.
I use that all the time.
Yeah. Is it weird now when you go to like Home Depot? When you go to like Home Depot, you're just like, oh hey, I need to get some I need to get some things for the household, and then you end up finding things where you're like, I can use this for my diorama. I can use this for this.
Yeah.
You like leave Home Depot.
At the dollar store actually, and and then every once in a while I'll find myself wandering around like a doll store, and the next thing you know, I'm like talking myself into like a fireplace and a couch. You know, just because I can see a scene and I'm going to use it all the time, right?
Where do you go to get those things, man? Because I can't find like any shops around here.
Store? That sounds.
There was a place up in Barrie, actually, in the same mall. I think it was Bayfield Mall. But I don't know if they survived the pandemic or not. It was a nice little guy, but he had a ton of great accessories, and they all were in 1/12 scale. So that's where I picked up. So when you see that, and I joke, but when you see the fireplace, when you see the fridge, when you see like all those things, that came from that doll store.
Nice, that's really cool. Because like I was thinking of getting stuff like that too, off of like AliExpress or Etsy, but Etsy's insanely overpriced. So I want to get something that's a little bit cheaper.
Brutal, man.
Well, also I heard that has great accessories as well in their doll crafting section.
Sorry, which store?
Michael.
Oh,
it's not the first thing you think of because it's what scrapbookers go to, right? But it actually has some great stuff there.
Wasn't it Dave that said that he found a Khonshu head from fucking Michael's, and that's how he finished his Khonshu or something? Was it Dave or was it Mike that said that?
I'm not sure, man, but I believe it.
Yeah.
It, right?
I remember someone saying that they found like a dead head, like a dead whatever bird head, and they just fucking threw it on their Khonshu. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, it was Dave. Oh, right, awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I need to go to Michael's. There's the one that is by me closed down recently, so I need to like drive fucking like 20-30 minutes for Michael's. So
the best one is oh shit, I don't know where it's by like Queen Station.
I just realized.
Okay.
I don't know where I'm going anymore.
Those are like two totally different fucking.
The big one that's downtown is really good, and I embarrassed that I don't know the street. But yeah, it's I recommend that one. I always go there.
Okay, that's good. Okay,
well,
that's good
that's
to
like
know.
me with my recommendation. Like, I think they might be closed. But...
Where did you go before the pandemic?
No, it was during the pandemic. But
Oh shit. Okay. Well, sounds like it's a road trip kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, my mom was up in Barrie, so I was going up there to help take care of her and stuff. And so it was a good stress reliever. I'd go look for accessories, and then there was that place, Sir Games a lot in the same mall, and so I hit that. And it's a cool little nerd spot. It's,
Nice.
they always there's always something you can find in there. It's like it's not like Heroes World, but like because to me Heroes World is like one of the ultimate little nerd places to go to, man. But
So good. We gotta bring Adam one day. We just gotta like pick him up from his.
Adam, have you been there yet, dude?
Oh man, the 13th. I've set I've planned it. I'm going on the 13th for this mini con. I'm coming.
I've got a table. I'm going to be trying to sell some shit. So.
Yeah, I want to come support you guys. I want to come see this mystical wonderland. Everybody tells me it's the best place to go. So
it's so much more than just the location, though, dude. It's also like the community, the sense of community they create.
Yeah, like it sounds like everybody's just like friends there.
They're stand-up guys.
Yeah.
So it's a real pleasure even just to be working with them on stuff. So it's too bad there wasn't a Heroes World everywhere for everyone to experience. Right?
Yeah, I'm just you guys are the ones that told me about it, so I'm excited. We're coming out. I'm like an hour away by transit, so it's going to be a bit, but I'm going to do it.
We definitely lucked out with them being closer to us because they moved over to Leslie and Highway 7 instead of being at Warden and Highway 7.
Oh, did they move? They moved?
Yeah, they moved to a better location. Yeah.
Oh,
shit. They have rooms now where you can fucking play Warhammer and D&D and stuff, and that's where Jeff and I were hanging out last Friday?
Yeah.
Was it? Last Friday?
You know what, man? They've got a great setup there for studio shoots. And those Warhammer sets, used correctly and stacked appropriately, you can build scenes. Like I built that whole ruined church scene with Venom and Gwen and Symbiote and regular Spider-Man. I don't know if you remember it, but that was all Warhammer sets stacked to look like a dilapidated church.
I noticed those were sweet, man. You did such a good job with the lighting with those.
Oh, thank you.
I
mean, how much time did I spend fucking around with the lighting?
Man, Jeff was like, man, I'm getting fucking hungry. And he's like, oh, wait, it's turning into Hanger now. He's like, fuck.
Right? Come on, Abel, come on. I'm also doing it with my phone. Like I like to still go back to basics with the phone. But because I'm so accustomed to DSL, sometimes it's actually more frustrating for me to use the iPhone versus the DSL because it forces me to change my game a bit. What I dig about shooting with a phone is the ease at which you can get dramatic angles. Right? Like you just turn the phone upside down, hold it underneath them, and all of a sudden you've got like this wicked angled view, and all you have to worry about is filling out the sky above them, right? And that's and you know what that scene where I've got Outback or Oldback jumping down on that dome. Yeah, because he's a graybeard, right? Like me. I'm Oldback. Yeah.
No, but like it's true. I mean, shooting. That's why I shoot with my phone a lot, right? I haven't really switched over to camera at all. I'm like, well, if I can get sweet angles and really close angles,
you can do so much with playing with the settings. To me, it's a much freer, creative experience. And again, I'm not looking to project this onto anybody else saying this is the only way to do it, but that's the whole point of why I take pictures with my iPhone as well, is there's multiple ways to do it, and staying appraised on all of those and to be able to give advice and feedback on that is why I keep practicing with all types, right? But my preference is the camera. Yeah, I just, I couldn't tell you the f-stops that I'm at, right? But what I do is I play around with those settings. I might take 80 photos until I've got it just the way I want. Sometimes I rebuild the set or whatever, but I dig doing that. And to me, that problem solving is a big part of the hobby, right? Like it's just awesome, especially when you nail it after fucking struggling all evening, and then you're like, this will fucking work.
I like to use my phone a lot, but I do have an SLR, and I've shot a few things on my, and definitely the shots that I've gotten with the SLR, I'm the most proud of because I know how freaking hard and like much work it was for me to get it. Like, it's definitely, for me, it's a lot easier with the phone. I find I have more fun like posing the figures than I do like trying to screw around with the camera.
But that's really your measurement of if you're doing it right.
Yeah, right. Like, it's like
having fun, right? Like you take pictures of toys that you dig and telling stories that are yours. They're all yours. Nobody can tell you how the story should go. It's your story.
I definitely have times where I just want to like learn something new though, and I'm like, yeah, let's like get the camera out and try to like do something practical and like like it's just what you're feeling, right?
Yeah.
Listen, back to like that whole getting really dramatic angles thing. There was this shot that I did like for a shoot a while back with the yellow Daredevil Mezco, and I did it so that it looked like you were looking through Frank Castle's perspective, and you're looking up at Daredevil. So this is a shot. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's really nice.
So I did that, and I was like, "Oh wow, that actually looks really, really good." It's like I don't think I'm ever really going to use the camera unless I'm outside doing like a really fancy shoot with something that I wanted to do. Like,
but that's the whole point, right? You can go fancy, you can go simple, and you can still get great results regardless of the path you choose, right? It just comes down to creativity, patience, and execution.
Yeah. The other thing too is that I recommend getting the Lightroom app if you do have a phone.
100%.
Not just that, but utilize the camera that's in the actual app, because you can mess around with your ISO, you can mess around with your shutter speed, and you can like make it like incandescent, you can make it fluorescent, you can make it daylight in terms of like the tone and what you want to shoot. It's fucking phenomenal. Like that's why I haven't switched over at all.
Okay, now I gotta try.
And that's why I'm
try that.
That's why I'm excited. So like this is an old ass phone. This is like Pixel 2 or Pixel 3, something like that. And my wife has like I think last year's phone or the year before that, and the camera is like phenomenal. So once I start getting into like getting that phone, I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that and like.
Yeah, I'm due for an upgrade. I'm paying like nothing right now because I haven't I love it, man. I don't want to pay for my phone, so I'm barely paying.
That's it.
Dude, just get something off Kijiji or whatever you used. But
that's actually I could do that too, and just like swap the SIM card. I already thought about that.
Oh, my wife.
This is giving me a reason to tell my wife I'm doing something with this goddamn figure.
That's like his whole hobby for me, man.
Let's be honest. This is validation for us to. It's tantamount to playing with toys, but validating it by taking pictures. Right?
Let's be real. Whenever you're like in the store, and if anybody questions, like like you're buying that action, like this is what you tell them. I mean, absolutely, that's why we're doing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Man.
It's funny because like I think I'm the only one here with the wife that's like, are we getting this? Are we buying this? Oh my god, there's that thing that I wanted, and she's just standing there holding it and looking at me like, shit. Like I'm not gonna tell you no. If you want it, go fucking buy it.
It's a good thing my wife and I don't have the same interests when it comes to our hobbies, because we'd be goddamn right. So it's but we do it so that it's not shared spending money, right? Like I figure out what we both need to pay to take care of all of the essentials to keep the house going, and, planning for our future, all that stuff. When all of that's taken care of, then there's leftover that gets split right down the middle, and we get to, there's no questions asked. You do whatever the fuck you want with that money, right? And so it's been working great. And so she's been super supportive of this hobby and everything else, because she knows she's not getting cheated, because she's able to use the money on whatever she wants, right? So we're both, it's an equal spending money situation. So so anybody out there, that's my advice to you: get that arranged, and then you can buy whatever the fuck you want guilt free, because you've already been responsible, right? Everything's been paid for.
Similar arrangement here,
right?
Yeah,
it works well.
Then the play money that's left over, fuck yeah, that up and go.
Yep.
I agree with Dave. I 100% agree with Dave. The thing is, like, the last, like, 3 weeks have just been, oh, yeah, maybe we'll get this thing, and then we just end up buying, like, fucking 3 to 4 other things. It was like, oh, okay. All right. Like, just the other day, we pre-ordered some things that I definitely didn't, like, it's not that I didn't want it. It's that I didn't expect that we were actually going to get it, but I was like, okay, I'm happy with it. It's Spider-Man related. I'm happy. That's okay.
That's
but
the Gwen, right?
Pardon?
Was that the Gwen?
No, it's the we got the special edition. We pre-ordered the special edition PS5.
Oh, the Spider-Man.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. You're right, dude. You were talking about that.
Yeah, so it was like I was really stoked. Like, I'm really stoked to get that, and then we also got the statue of it, because we pre-ordered the game, and then we were talking about the PS5, and then she's just like, "You have to go on Friday, and you have to put it down." I was like, "Man, I'm not gonna say no."
Rough. That's so rough, man.
I know, so much money spent on things that we're definitely gonna use.
I'm probably gonna buy a PS5 just to play that freaking game, man. Honestly, like I don't. If it wasn't exclusive, I'd just play it on the PC. But I need to play it, so they know how to get my money.
I think that's what the thing is, that Sony is so geared towards the single player game experience. So it's not a bad thing. Yeah, it's not a bad thing to actually like get a PlayStation, because you actually end up getting like really good games with really good.
I just canceled my Xbox Live, and no joke, like I've been a part of Xbox Live since the very first Xbox.
Yeah.
Right. And so I had like all kinds of points, and I just looked at it, and it was only costing me $79 a year.
Yeah.
Right? And but I looked at it, and I just thought, literally, I turned my Xbox on once last year, and it came up for renewal, and I was just like, yeah, don't see it happening. It's not doing it. So I just I don't even fucking miss it, because I mean, there's the single player stuff, but it's not as detailed as it used to be back in the day. Like back in the day, they put everything into making that single player.
There's so much more effort.
So much
Yeah.
out of it, right? I find the Xbox stuff was like cotton candy. You know, like they just there's so much focus on the multiplayer. I can only take so many 12-year-olds calling me a bitch, right? Like, honestly, like, fuck off.
Hey, you're not old enough to cuss me out. You're so young that I can tell you to go to sleep.
Kid, I can still put you over my knee. Like, fuck off, right? Like, I just and also, like, I'm embarrassed to say, I used to be a shark with first person shooters, but like I play so infrequently now. I'm a little bitch out there. Like I will let your team down. I will, but I'll have a blast doing it. Like, even if I'm running into the wall,
But I do think, like, the thing is that everybody decided to capitalize on like the multiplayer experience. So that's like one of the things that I think, like,
it's
really
both great and terrible.
Yeah, like, okay, you do have your community of people who will always love multiplayer games, but you're not, until recently, they're like, okay, let's focus on single player games that will actually pull people towards video games that they can spend hours upon hours upon hours on, and actually have a good story out of it by the end of it.
Yeah, well, actually, in multiplayer, I had one of the most epic gaming experiences ever. I was playing with a buddy of mine online. It was doesn't matter. It was one of Modern Warfare, I think it was. But like, so you had to take over these different areas, and these guys were tucked in behind these sandbags, and they're being a real pain in the ass. We just couldn't get at them. They had us pinned down. Then my buddy put all this C4 on a Jeep, jumped in the Jeep, drove at the thing, jumped out of the Jeep as the Jeep flew in, shot all the C4 and blew them up. It was the single most
Oh my god!
gaming experience. I was just like, and I'm just
Is this?
rifle in my hand, like
Sounds like
dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that Battlefield? Because Battlefield, like, you would see that shit all the fucking time.
It's Battlefield, and it was the most epic gaming experience. And like I had been doing great. Like I was good at CQB, like and just like getting in and sneaking up on guys and stabbing them or shooting them and stuff. But it was that was hands down. I was just like, here, take my controller. I'm done. Like that was so epic, right?
I feel like Battlefield really lost its like luster closer to like recently, which is like it had like a really strong start, and then it was like, Warzone.
Those were the games. I mean, we used to back in the day, like we used to rip that one a lot.
Rainbow Six is
Six as well, yeah.
Still,
where's Mike, man? We need to talk about Rainbow Six. The game's fucking hard.
I used to love playing like as the one stealthy cop, nobody else, like make it a single player game, like not allow any other players in, and just go through the house and stealthily take all of them out with silenced pistols and stuff.
Yeah, man.
I would spend entire evenings just trying to clear a house to get it down to perfection. The timing of, okay, I need to dive here, and then I'll do it like this, and then I'll do that, and then I got to snipe that guy in the head, and then take him in the knees, and then get the like you know, it was so much. Anyway, yeah, it was a good time.
Those are really good games, man. We should we'll get on some Siege at some point here. I have my old Xbox; it's working again.
Finally.
I mean, we were pretty good back in the day. I don't know if I am anymore, but we'll see.
Well, if it's anything like my experience, you're gonna suck ass but have moments of glory.
Yeah, I don't think it's like riding a bike, so hopefully.
It's definitely not right. It's not.
It's
not.
And also, as you, not to age myself, but the gray beard gives me away. Also, like my reflexes are still great, but when it comes to translating to the finger controls, after living in the real world and not gaming a lot, it slows down a bit, right? So you get those reflexes back in your thumbs, and after playing a bit, it does come back. But you get the time for it.
Yeah. That game has changed immensely, and I haven't played in 3 months, and I recently played, I think, like last week or 2 weeks ago, and I was like, I'm bad. This is really different from what I was used to, so I don't know how everybody else is gonna do.
Do you play Insurgency Sandstorm?
No.
You'd like that one. Look into it.
Oh shit. Okay. I'll definitely get on that.
My buddy that I play with, he's in the army. He just came back from a few weeks ago, and so we're getting back into some gaming, and we're jumping on that right now. It's a lot of fun, similar to Rainbow Six. I think.
Okay. I'll definitely check it out, man. I'll see if it's on the PlayStation Store.
I get pretty obsessed.
I think it's on PlayStation.
I'm worried about getting back into gaming.
The thing,
the rabbit hole with shit, right?
It's a time thing though, right? So like I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll play some video games, and in my head I'm like, but what can I do with this time? And like right? But like the thing is that I'll mostly go to my single player game. So like something like Batman, I'll always go back to that and just pull ideas from that so that I can shoot something.
Yeah.
I'm always doing that, or like I'm on Sifu. Those are the only 2 games that I've been playing like consistently, and like actually trying to like pull ideas from that to like translate that into toy photography. But yeah,
Mass Effect, that was a fun game.
Mass Effect was great. Yeah,
that was great. Oh,
they did not end that franchise well, but it was a great game.
Oh, I got my cousin-in-law something that I wanted to show you guys. Give me 1 second.
Throw it. Throw it up. What do you do? It's in water. He's gone a lot longer than I expected, actually.
Yeah,
It's like all of a sudden it was an uncomfortable elevator ride. I know he'll be back any second. Yeah, look at this. Fucking awesome.
It's a nice. Man, you guys keep showing me these Valverse figs, and I need to. I think that might be. When I go to your.
It's a bit of a sticker shock, right?
Yeah.
It's like $49, but they're actually really fantastic. Like I don't regret paying that for this figure because it comes with all kinds of hands and everything else, and he's also got a really cool helmet. And I don't know. There's just a lot of storytelling potential, and they're so expressive and they're so well done that I would recommend it. Pick a figure that out of them that sort of speaks to you, and just price, and then see what
I think I'm going to do it.
If it's a figure that speaks to you, you'll fall in love.
88 Figs thinks it looks like you. Yeah, I agree. It definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I like about this. It's like an idealized version of me.
I forgot about that.
That's what I love about this figure. That's me. Actually,
oh my god!
If anybody out there has seen me angry, you've probably seen that face.
It's so funny because like. I remember you had said that when I posted my Daredevil versus him, and you're like, "Why is Daredevil fighting me?" Oh, before we get started, I was gonna say I picked this up for my in-law. It's the
nice.
The Gladiator spawn. Oh my god! If you can just not glare for just like a second, yeah, it's so cool, man. I'm kind of jealous. It's a McFarlane figure, yeah.
Yeah.
See,
I love McFarlane. I'm sorry, I know it's not popular to say that, but I find something that he convinces me to fucking get.
Here's the thing, though, like he's starting to get better with his figures, and I've seen a lot of people say that like this is like he put a lot of love into this figure, like how the Ninja Spawn is really really good. This is like the next level.
This is evidence that he's doing better, man.
Oh yeah,
like that is a good Batman right there. I don't know what to say.
He's sculpted really, really well. I've heard things about like how he can't really cross his arms really well.
He definitely can't cross his arms.
He's a $35 figure, man. That looks awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the head sculpt is like
that's phenomenal. Yeah,
that's 10 out of 10 for me.
That's so good. Thor says, finally got them ankles good. Yes, yeah, man. Yeah. Oh my god, they're so good.
So much better.
Oh my god. I mean, if you like, that's the thing. You buy a McFarlane figure from when he first started the DC line, and you compare it to this, and you're like, wow, this is like night and day, man. Like it's so different.
Yeah. I have some of those Wave 1 figures, and he's really come a long way. Even that Nightwing, I know the newer one is not. It's not like it's definitely not my favorite. But if you put it up against the Wave 1, it's like light years better. Yeah, he did fix the wrists too. Yeah, the wrists are way better as well.
Yeah, the wrists are great. Everything about it is great. You've been just yes, because Thor hates on McFarlane so much. The thing is, you need like. Here's the thing, it's kind of common to mod your figures now, right? Especially with McFarlane.
No, it's always been the case, dude. Yeah. I was modding figures in the '70s. Like I legit was. It was just they didn't make their. You didn't have action figures of the stuff you liked. So out of the action figures that they did make, you would customize those into figures you wanted them to be. So like I made a symbiote suit Spider-Man and Buck Rogers, right? And I just like what I did is I used a hot knife to kind of reshape his face, and then I painted the head all black and then the eyes and everything, right?
Yeah.
I was doing that ages ago.
I mean, even like the Joes, like the old 3 3/4 inches, you could just like make everybody Night Force. You just like pop everybody's head off and put them on the on Night Force bodies, and there you go. You have your Night Force crew. But like now, it's just the the possibilities are endless. So once you start like modding things, just like, oh, now you can actually get that thigh swivel that you wanted in your McFarlane figure, or hey, there's like more ab crunch for your Marvel Legends. So like the possibilities are like completely endless now compared to like what we had back in the day. So seeing people do that now,
McFarlane figures is they're cheap, they're inexpensive to acquire unless you get into that aftermarket nonsense.
This right here, he's definitely pooping on Marvel Legends right now. I fully agree with that. I'm a big I was a huge Marvel Legends collector. I have so many of those, but I can't buy
Marvel Legends is where I started, and then I quickly got disappointed. Like, I think you guys have heard this story before. The whole reason I got into the higher end figures is I found myself willing to pay like $80 to $100 for a $34 figure, right? Or
I remember that
$25 figure. So I thought, well, pony up a little bit extra, and I got a figure where I can zoom in and it doesn't look cross-eyed, right?
That's the same reason I started buying Mezcos too. When I started toy photography, it was a lot of like when I really got back into collecting at that point. I was buying a lot of Marvel Legends because they were doing a good job. I was spending a lot of aftermarket money for backlog figures and stuff, and I was like, oh, I may as well just why buy this old Deadpool when I could just go buy the Mezco one for another $30.
And then once like import company, like Japanese companies started making all these figures, you're like, well, fuck, I might as well just get that instead if I'm going to be like messing around with my figures a lot.
I've got like, I don't even know how many different Wolverine figures because I love Wolverine so much. But I got to say that Mafex X-Force Wolverine, as basic as it came with the claw hands and then different posable hands and a couple of different expressions. That's it. It was like no bells, no whistles. I love that figure. There is something about the way it moves, the way it poses, and the way the head sculpt is, and the short ear mask and stuff. It's
so sick.
It is slick as hell. The joints are silky smooth. You can just he just goes into the poses, and you have to work with it a bit. Because one pose,
buy it, fucking buy it, do it, just do it. He wants to buy the Wolverine. I want to buy the Wolverine too.
Okay, you know what? I'll be back. Like, honestly.
Oh boy, here we go.
The thing is, like, even though that he's a short dude, that figure's kind of hefty.
No, but it's to scale.
So it's like
he's shorter than Deadpool. He's shorter than Deadpool. Honestly,
but they're both like.
Anybody that is on the fence with this figure that has the means to get this figure, I say to you now, you're foolish if you don't go get it because it is. And I've got I don't even know how many Wolverine figures. This figure I fucking love.
Oh wow, those claws look good, eh? Those are
and the bend to them too. Fuck, it's so cool.
Right? So you get that kind of anime kind of flow about it, and like he just can do so much, and also just the scale. He's the right size. He's the right height. It's not off at all. And he's got the bulk, but he also has the flexibility and the dynamics. So, and that's what I also love about Mafex. You push it to an extreme, it comes apart, rocking, you're back together again. You didn't break it. It just told you how far it could go.
It's so good, man. I can't wait to get
anybody that is on the fence with this figure, just do it. Like it's out there at market, like regular retail value. Get it.
Yeah.
This Deadpool, I will say the articulation could be a little better, more dynamic, but what I love about it, what I appreciate is the realism in the suit. Look at this. Like it looks like a guy.
Yeah.
Guy wearing a costume, not like a vacuum sealed piece of meat, right? And same with this Wolverine. It's more of a costume than vacuum sealed, right?
Dude, it's the molding on it, like specifically. It's the like all that stuff is so detailed. It's so highly detailed. I love it.
And actually, so anybody that's local, if you're looking, if I've just sent to you, Heroes World has, I believe, one of these left.
More.
Two of them. Yeah.
I was just there today. I'm pretty sure it was two. Well, Thor, you should probably fill out your collection with more Wolverines. got
Mass Yellow Glue. I actually am curious about that. Is that the one? Does it have like the bigger?
Yeah, it's got the bigger ears.
Comic book?
But I
Yeah,
think
but
there's
comes,
two head
with
sculpts.
a regular head sculpt, though, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that would be interesting. But I don't know if I want to.
It also has the unmasked Logan, so you could potentially swap that onto the X-Force.
But
head.
that's the head I was talking about.
Yeah.
I may not have articulated that clearly.
Oh, I think there's 2 or 3 other heads, isn't there? Oh, there you go. 3 heads.
Right on.
Yeah. So
you know what I wish there was?
Jeff, you got to get that.
No.
Yeah, I think so.
He's
He's got the cigar too. He has the cigar. It's perfect for you.
Oh, fuck, real?
That's a cool accessory.
If somebody knows how to get one, please.
I'll take a look around. Yeah.
If anybody knows, it's gonna be Jazz. He's always like you sharing like marketplace ads in the chat and just like, oh, here it is, guys, go buy it.
Is it bad that I also saw the Nightwing on Ami and it's back in stock? And I was like,
for real? I want that Nightwing.
Okay, go get it. Go get it. I'll get it. Hold on. Let me get the link out.
Oh boy.
I'm serious. I'll actually put the link in there.
Send it to the chat.
Yeah, of course.
It's not a bad thing.
Everybody in the Toronto group chat needs a Nightwing. That's it.
Yeah, we still got to. Are you guys going to do the jailbreak?
I think so. Yes, I'm definitely gonna try. I think
we should explain what that is. I think we were talking about posting it Sunday, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
So one of our members, Mike, he actually hosted one of the last ones we did. He for whatever reason.
No fucking way. This is cheaper now.
Hey, Jazz, what the hell?
Sorry. Sorry, keep going.
I'm high and I lost track. Damn you.
Mike got jailed in Instagram, and then he wants to do a shoot.
Yeah, so we should all do a jailbreak shoot just because he's out of jail. Somehow he got what was it, a temporary ban or something? Or
it's because he posted too much in one day.
Yeah, he posted too much. Here's the thing: they thought he was using a bot. The dude is just hyperactive with his posting.
Yeah, he's just killing it.
In our chat, he'll post in the space of 45 minutes 75 different photos that are all unique. Right?
And they're all
awesome.
They're
all awesome. And he's like, "What are you?"
It's
doing?
either they're all different angles, or like the lighting is ever so different.
Yeah. No, he's really mastered the close-up shit, right?
Yeah, he's churning out a banger or 2 or 3 every day,
or 7. Fuck.
And we get to see them all before they get posted. We're always just like, holy shit! Like every couple hours.
What I dig about both him and his wife is like I believe that they're on a different trail than us, right? Like we're hobby, but they want to like really go for it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Good for them for sure.
And I think it's fucking awesome. And not only is it awesome, they give us the time of day to hang out with us casually, right?
Right. Yeah, man.
So that makes that means that they're very genuine, right? It's not the fakey fake that a lot of the aspiring influencers do, right? So Mike's a wicked dude, and definitely check his work. So that jailbreak thing I think is hysterical, and we need to do it. And I've got some ideas, but I don't know if I'll talk about them just yet. But but like an Instagram prison. Right.
I'm thinking of doing something very similar, except I have this silver what's it called, bendy wire that I use for stands. So I'm thinking of using it like unshaping it from a stand and just making it like a bar and shaping it so that it looks like it's like bent bars.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, cool. And I want to do it with my movie Venom. So.
That'll be sweet, yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited, man.
Use the Mezco Popeye figure because
I'm just enabling here.
I love how Thor had to zoom in on you. One more time. You just gotta take a really good look at it.
You better buy me, bub. Cut up all the rest of your collection. You best come at me. I'm awesome.
You know what? I'm gonna check.
Wolverine. The Pancake House. That's probably a Toronto reference for SCTV.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. You guys do you guys know SCTV?
Oh,
Maybe if you mentioned it.
Oh, okay. Well, all of you, fuck off. Go look it up. SCTV and Pancake House. It's hilarious, and it's this will be very funny after you look it up. You like it?
I'm looking it up right now. Hold on.
Believe me, there's Gen Xers out there laughing.
Oh, this show? Oh my god. I think I caught reruns of this show. That's for sure.
Well,
Definitely don't recognize it, but yeah, I'll check it out. I think I'm the youngest out of everybody
after you
here.
watch the Pancake House, you'll be like, "Oh my god, Jeff fucking nailed that! That was great."
Oh my god.
I'll give it. It looks like it'd be good.
Okay, so
I think we're getting close to feature
we've
time.
these poor people we've nominated have had to sit here listening to our nonsense. So maybe we should jump into their into the
Sounds good. Yeah.
Our evening show. Giddy up, let's go.
I just got to send Thor something because I just found something on Amy. And it just happens to be something that looks like an X-Force Wolverine produced by Mafex.
I see. There you go. He's finding the link for Thor already. He's gotten off the stream.
There you go, Thor. Welcome to the fold, buddy. Jazz is the enabler with links.
Yeah, you can check your inbox now. Just order it while we're talking and stuff.
All right. So this awesome but heartbreaking Superman scene. Who picked it?
So this is me. So this is just I actually like this guy does a lot of customs, and I wanted to just pick this guy because I think his custom work is awesome. He's also I believe it's from Puerto
Well,
Rico.
what I appreciate about his custom is I know he had to destroy what in my opinion is one of the better Mezco figures out there. He had to destroy it to make it, but at least he did it well. I've seen
he killed it, right? Like it's so good.
That's really good.
Take this on and butcher the fuck out of it, and it's just a tragedy to look at. This is awesome. This is awesome. It almost feels like a factory direct. It's so well done.
Right, and so he's from Costa Rica, which is really cool too. So like he's I thought
isn't
that
was amazing? Forget my high getting to be drunk self for indulging this, but isn't it fucking amazing that this hobby allows us to make connections with people all over the world, like-minded people? It lets us know we all ain't that different, man. We're all into really cool shit, and we make some really cool photos, right? That's amazing.
Oh yeah.
International.
I love it. I think it's incredible, man.
So yeah, I thought like this was super well done, and I mean, you got to check out this guy's feed. He has a ton of really awesome customs. I'm actually scrolling through it right now, and like there's a Punisher on here. There's a few Batmans. Like,
dude, this reminds me of like his battle damage look from Death of Superman.
Right. Like I could almost see the oh my god, I'm losing my words, but the guy that took him out, Doomsday.
Yeah, Doomsday. Yeah,
Top of that figure.
Yeah, so good, man. All you need is like the rip, like it's like completely gone, or it's like just hanging on by a thread.
No, but it's so well done, right? I love the decision making that went into this destruction, but awesome destruction. Like it's so well executed that I appreciate where it's coming from, man. There's a lot of storytelling to be told with that.
I think he likes to improve kind of some of the mezcos that have had like like issues or like suits that kind of have a tendency to fray and stuff. So I have a feeling this could have even been like, oh man, like it's gonna fray. So he might have just
well,
done it up this way.
I said that earlier. These costumes are
yeah.
It's just
He did one for the 1989 Keaton Bats as well, and he put a new suit on him that's like way more. It looks like it's way more posable, and that one is really cool too. Again, everybody check him out, give him a follow.
Nice, that's sick. I know somebody else that did one too. I really need to like send that to you, Adam.
Yeah, please do.
Oh.
Yeah, then my next big foray once all this wedding stuff is done is I want to learn how to sew, and then the fun is really going to begin here. With
Let's all go sewing classes together, please.
Yeah, honestly,
I would do it.
Yeah, I'm laughing because I really want to do it, and like it's funny because when are we going to find the time?
Well, we just have to make the time, right? Like,
yeah, of course.
Okay, so this is sweet.
This is awesome.
Like,
I like the. Now it looks like there's some editing in there, but I like the way it's been done.
Definitely, yeah. So I mean, I think that it's cool. Like, I know that there's everybody. Some people prefer only practical. Some people prefer editing, and some people prefer both. I'm definitely a both person. So I think I
prefer it to be not noticeable. Like just
I agree. Like it needs to blend.
I want to look at it and say, how did you do that?
Yeah.
Right. And this.
Yeah. How did he do that?
This definitely.
This is close to that, right? Like there's some parts you can sort of tell, but then we all do it like that. But the overall impact of this, I just love it. I love the action here. I feel the intent.
Yeah, and that's why I picked it. It reminded me of that opening Wonder Woman scene. I think it's
which was incredible.
The Snyder Cut Justice League. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's a really good scene if you haven't.
When she rescues all the people, right?
Yeah, that's like I think the best Wonder Woman live action ever.
Can you not hear the music when you?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Right, I hear the banana like. I can totally hear it. I'm just like, oh my god, it's the movie. Yes.
Yeah, that's why I picked this as well. Like, so I thought it was really good editing, and like he killed it with the angles here, and I think like he definitely lit this figure well to match his editing. Like, so I thought that was cool, and it just really had that impact for me. Like, it's really good. Like
a lot, you can tell a lot of work went into it.
Like this was not like he did not like slap a background on this.
This wasn't mediocrity's post. Right.
I don't think I have the the editing skills. Like this is definitely, in my opinion, very, very,
very good. It's really well done. Yeah.
Well done, brother.
Oh, the lighting here.
That's moody as fuck, man. That's so good.
This is my favorite pick of the bunch. Had a nice chat with this guy in the DMs too. Super nice guy. He has just an incredible feed. Super talented dude. Go check him out. I mean, this is one of many fantastic shots. I really struggled to pick my favorite.
That is legit terrifying.
Yeah, like the realism that he's achieved with the shadows here is top notch. I think it's. I mean, this is absolutely incredible. I mean,
Even like the way that the background sticks out too, because it feels like this is like outside of somebody's house.
Yeah, like this is. I mean, as far as lighting goes, I think this is perfect. I think he nailed the pose. He looks super imposing and like terrifying. Like, I mean, I don't know. This is again like. There's always something.
This is back alley scary, is what it is.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy, man.
This is very close to a perfect shot, in my opinion. I think it does everything it's supposed to do. You could tell that he was like, I know exactly what I want this to look like. He put it in, and he nailed it. Amazing. It's really, really good.
So well done.
Yeah, no, this super nice guy too. Definitely give him a follow. Go check him out.
Yeah, good picks, Adam. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And I think this guy's just starting out too. If I think he doesn't have like a super huge following too. So like, I mean, amazing work.
No, this guy definitely needs more followers.
Yeah, like
deserves more.
Well, I mean, we know that followers does not relate to skill.
Right, but still, like,
Yeah,
it's
and
nice to
react
just get the
as well.
recognition, right?
But
So,
yeah, give them the recognition, right? That's
Yeah.
not saying not to. Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, I love this one too. I like this guy's plastic crack photography is also just a solid handle for Instagram. I immediately
I
attracted
just
me
looked
right
at
there. I was like, all right, what do we got?
Vico is everywhere. So I featured him tonight.
He's in the comments. He's in the comments here. Jeez. Always support him, man. I love it.
Vico's all over the place, man. That's a gold comment. And not to take away, because this picture is awesome. It's so well done. It makes me chuckle, but also it looks like it could be a cell from the movies.
Right. I think that he did. It's like just some subtle editing for the smoke there, but everything else looks like it's all practical, which is really cool. And I think he did the smoke well because it's not like super overbearing or anything. It looks like it's meant to be there. And
Yeah.
I just thought this was really well done, and the lighting is excellent. It just really popped on my phone when I saw it.
The initial impact right away.
Yeah.
Face, right. It's just like, oh, stormtrooper, you're such a stormtrooper. You know, like.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of like these. I honestly like. I just want to get some stormtroopers just to do some fun, like maybe not like Star Wars, but just kind of generic.
You know what? You might be able to find
really
that at that thing at Heroes World on the 13th. A few years ago at one of those things, I found some stormtroopers for like $5, and I still have them. Right?
I'm gonna be looking for a lot of stuff. Like I'm looking forward to it, man.
It's gonna be and actually it's one of the guys that I featured tonight who's coordinating all of that. So it's it should be a good time.
Oh yeah, Kevin. Yeah.
I can't wait to meet the gang. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, he's a great guy, down to earth.
It's funny because like I never see anybody do anything with this figure.
Yeah, honestly, like you don't see the Sand Trooper like unless it's like for like some Star Wars like stuff. This is he's not.
This is from the game. This is from Fallen Order, and like my
is it really?
Yeah, because my our cousin gifted this to my wife, and she was just like, "What do I do with this now? I don't have any other fucking stormtroopers." I was like, "Oh, now I have to army build stormtroopers." But like, it's a cool figure. I think it really pops, especially with like the color on the shoulder pad is really nice, and like just like the general sculpting of the figure is like fantastic too. I think. Well, also that's what Black Series does really well.
Expertly planned to complement what the figure is doing. Right, the background colors complement the figure. The figure looks like it has great articulation. The body expression, he's so casual, and at the same time, this thing's shooting off. Like it's like good copy. It's got great timing. The way it's set up. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the pose I think is what sells this one for me.
Because the next part will be him looking up, going, "Oh no!" Right, but this is that moment of when he's like, "Pose for the picture." It just makes me laugh looking at it. It's so well done.
That's really well done.
Chris, there's a mini con at Heroes World on the 13th there. Yeah, check it out, buddy.
Yeah, on the 13th at Heroes World, huh?
Yeah. Looking forward to meeting you if you can make it out.
Wow.
Of course, for nostalgia.
Man.
Look at that.
So, okay, I found my old like Raimi Spider-Mans while I'm going through all my figures right now. I just found like all of them. And I saw this. I was like, oh man, like this is sweet. And it's just so good. I think that's like, I'm pretty sure that's the old Toy Biz Ock as well.
Yeah, that looks like it.
So I already that's a very difficult figure to deal with. I like super annoying with those tentacles. I remember I was already like,
how do you really feel, buddy?
Like he nailed it just with that, and yeah, man, this is just so good. Like I loved his lighting and just like the posing is awesome. This is another guy. He's definitely like just starting out too. So yeah, I just thought this was really well done. good.
That looks like one of the movie posters that they had for.
Yeah,
You know what? Yeah, that's exactly the vibe. This feels like one of
it has
the
a
movie posters.
Yeah.
The way it's looking off, that was the whole vibe with their ads. It was
because like it's also got the yellow background from the posters too. Oh,
duty,
that's so well
jerk, and that's exactly it.
It's like almost like sepia, like for everything.
Yep, 100%. That's what it is. I was trying to figure out what looked so great.
And
yeah, very good.
What's tough to do that, and I'm assuming you probably had the background as on a monitor or something like that. It's hard to get the lighting to kind of
blend the lighting in with what.
Yeah, God, that's like the most difficult part about it.
And also to avoid the pixelization on the monitor as well.
Yeah, for sure. Like that looks clear. Like I mean, you can really see right into the background there. So
you really need to get those 4K monitors, man.
Yeah, well, I'm using like $130 awesome. No, actually, I lie. It was a little bit more than that, but still, like in the pictures, you can. If I have an extended exposure, you can start to see the pixels, and then I got to start getting creative. Why I do the filtering, right? But it's but that anyway, that looks awesome, and whatever he did for the background, it worked. And the fact that we're trying to figure out how he did it. Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's so good, man.
Yeah.
So well done.
I think that's all of my picks. Pretty sure.
Right on.
Hard Solo?
Yeah, I laughed at that too. Yeah. I forgot to point that one out as well.
Hard Solo. What's that?
That was his name. That was his Instagram handle.
I totally missed that.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Pretty good.
Now this oh man. So this is Misty Owl Figures. He's in one of the Mezco chats, and I think maybe a couple of the others that I'm in. But I always dig this stuff that he produces, and it's always just this consistently great kind of creative and fun stuff. And this, I mean, I'm a Wolverine guy, and when I saw this, it just spoke to me. I have the figure. I don't have a Sabretooth, and when I looked at this, I thought, yeah, this needs to be featured, right? And he's a great guy in this photo. I just love what he did with the background and everything, and it just it's fun.
Oh, it's got beautiful feed. Everything's so like I love the professional quality of his work. Just going through it now, it's really really nice.
Right? Like there's a awesome consistency to his work that I really love, and so I thought I don't think I featured him, and I probably should have before now. Like he's a great artist, man.
It's very good.
Awesome. Great work.
He's very similar to you, Jeff. In terms of style,
I like him so much. I don't know.
That's very, very well done.
Yeah. Oh, excellent.
Like it's like big moments, photography.
That's actually a wicked compliment because I think he's a great artist. So comparing me to him, thank you.
Yeah, he's really, really good, man. I mean, you're very, very good too, Jeff. We already had this conversation in your car.
Oh, thank you. I was not fishing, but I caught a big one. Thank you very much.
Chris was saying.
I love
Chris was saying when you use an LCD monitor for the background, do you build a stage to level the figures with the background? Yes, yes, you do.
Yeah, 100%.
You also have to like angle it in a certain way so you don't get like the bottom of the frame of your TV or the top or whatever.
Well, what I do, Chris, is I build a set in the foreground, right? And then I take a background to match that set, that vision of what I had. Because I don't let the background tell me what's going to happen. I'm telling the background what's going to happen. So I build the set first, and then I search. I do sometimes extensive searches. I've even used AI to generate backgrounds to match the foreground that I'm working with. And then I come up with creative ways to blend the foreground with the background. Like a great one is using atmosphere in a can or just a vape even, right? Like you just blow it in. It's that simple, right? Now what the what that smoke helps to do is blend between the monitor and the practical, and it looks like all one image. And where you can see an example of that working would be in the Wolverine sequence that I have pinned on my profile. All of those shots are done with a practical foreground and a monitor background, and it looks like a deep, foggy forest. And I did it all with kinetic sand and figures in the foreground with a foggy image of a forest in the background and vape smoke in between.
Oh, okay. So for those who are listening and watching, the reason why I'm laughing so much is because you guys don't know this, but when we went over to Jeff's place to shoot, there was no smoke machine. There was no atmosphere fucking can. It was everybody had a vape, and they're like, "Oh wait, let me get the smoke in," and just like everybody's blowing into the figures and shit.
We all have our different blowing techniques, right? Like I like to have it come out and drop and hit like.
Yeah, Jeff would like be really low to like the table and like blow it. Adam would just blow straight down into the fucking figures.
Yeah, that's
Everybody had a vape. It's so fucking funny.
We got to do another one like that soon.
Definitely. Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I really love Misty Owl stuff, man. He's a great person.
Yeah. Get used to that Sabretooth figure because his face is awful.
I need a Sabretooth. Like, I can't believe that there hasn't been a high quality Sabretooth.
Honestly,
it's true. I'd buy one.
I would buy a high quality Sabretooth in a heartbeat, high quality Juggernaut in a heartbeat, right? I've been rocking that probably 8-year-old Juggernaut mold from Marvel Select, and they're still selling that same Juggernaut. Right?
Vico says, "Oh yeah, I sometimes blow vape into a bag, and when I push it slowly out onto the scene, and it works great." What the fuck?
Whoa, okay.
That's fucking genius.
You're a genius, dude.
Oh my god.
I was today years old when I figured that out. Mind blown. Awesome.
That's a really good idea.
Wow. For not seeing that. That's so obvious.
But you'll never think that because you're fucking high when you're doing this kind of shit.
Yeah. Truth. That's truth. Yeah. Right. I keep my smoking to the evenings, but you know it's well served. I work.
For sure.
And so I enjoy my wacky tobacco post work hours, man.
Before we move on, I was gonna say the Marvel Select Sabretooth is actually pretty good too. If you guys haven't seen it, yeah.
Jazz dropped me a link to that in my DMs.
I'll see if I can find it on Marketplace.
Come on, man.
All right. Give me a second. Give me like 10, 15 minutes.
That's too long. Come on.
He's ready to buy it now.
So if you don't mind, the next photo. Oh, okay. This is from one of the guys. Now, what this is a photo that he took before participating in my workshop. This is Video 99.
Okay.
So now this is a great photo, and one of the things like what we cover in the workshop is just how to set up a scene and the lighting and everything. And I don't know if you guys are able to go to the other shot of his that I featured to show what he did recently with his work. And I'm sorry for being a difficult little bitch about it, but but if we could see the other picture from him just for comparison, what his photos looked like to what he's doing now.
Oh, here. I can pull something up. I have it on my phone.
Yes. So this is his other one here. This is what he did post class, right? So this is after talking about the composition, the lighting, and everything. Like he really took to the concept of it, and I dig this so much. Like just that somebody was able to take something, and all this is what any of us do. I just documented what my process, and I am so thrilled that he was able to take this and run with it to do a shot like this, right?
Yeah, like huge improvement. This is really great too. Like I love the lighting here is really nice. It's fun.
Yeah,
And I love like his background is really cool too. And like I like how he positioned the bike there to kind of give it some change up the texture, give it some interest in the sort of the middle ground there. Yeah, he nailed it. It's really really well done.
yeah. No, it's so and he was like the entire workshop was so much fun to do because all the participants were really receptive and they really got excited about the hobby, which is the whole point, right? Like this is supposed to be fun, and for me, this is my creative expression, and to be able to share that with other people and have them produce quality work like this is really fulfilling, man. Like I can't wait to see what Video 99 does next, you know.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing more results from these workshops.
Are there
Doing a
comments
great
that
job. It's
you're
awesome.
reading?
Um,
Oh, you
I
didn't.
don't know. I don't think you dropped a comment. No.
You know what? So I kind of took a skim beforehand. I don't think we requested the comments. Like we
I know that
I think it's just a bit more loose now. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little looser with it this time. I actually didn't ask.
Same. Yeah. I'm so busy. So I had.
Yeah. No, I mean that shot's really well done. There's a lot of layers to it too, because the red lighting sets like a mood where it's like it's Gotham's back alleys. And,
Yeah.
But like
Yeah,
even
it's
like
very what was the I'm so sorry, I'm losing my words. For Batman 1 and 2, who's the director?
which Batman?
The original, 89.
Oh, Tim Burton.
Tim Burton. It's very Tim Burton, this show.
Yes,
Yeah.
Tim Burton vibe.
Well, it's very moody because he's like Burton does a lot of like if it's a close-up shot that's like that, there's lighting underneath them.
Yeah.
It's very well done.
It's got that vibe, very well
Yeah.
executed. And I think we're ready for the next one. And I apologize for messing with the order here, guys. Okay, so Vico. Okay, so this is similar to that Punisher shot. I love what Vico did with this here. Like, there's a whole vibe. Like, that's some secret thing underneath some grates about to be started up. Like you just, it's such a vibe. Oh, and awesome. He's got a response here. Let's go. Such an honor to be featured on my favorite Wednesday night YouTube show. I used my RVLV-6 phone to take photos, like all my shots, and a metal center table with a bike lamp for lighting. I wanted to capture a secret bunker style photo. My photo line, I don't know yet. Daddy Tutty got big part of my heart. Thanks for the feature and love this show that supports the Toy Pick community. Yeah, Vico is an awesome member of the community, man.
Yeah, man.
This like he has nailed this shit, and what I dig is it's what I've been promoting. You can get this hobby with a dollar store flashlight and some creativity, right? Like it is, and this is something where he's showing that, like with the just the bike lamp and all of that to create the lighting. I think it's fantastic.
Oh yeah,
so
well
great
done.
shot.
Definitely feels like a bunker. It's really well
Like
done.
if this was a poster or something, like it's a poster I would consider buying. Like honestly, right? Like
Yeah, it would look great. Yeah.
You know what's very reminiscent of? Sorry to cut you off, Jeff. Remember the Splinter Cell collaboration that me and you did, Adam?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's very much like that. Like your shots, except yours is green and it's Sam Fisher.
yeah,
You know what I used for that? Because I wanted like a different background than like what I usually do.
Yeah.
Usually it's like comic book characters, so it's mostly like cities and shit. So I used the floor for that was a laptop cooler, like one of those fans.
Oh, okay, that's really cool.
That's
So
wicked.
like so I just put a light under it, and that's how I did the green light for that shot. It was just like a light underneath them. And,
That's so sick, man. It
Yeah.
reminds me of like that mission that like you do.
Yeah. I was watching. I remember for that one, I was working that day, and I had like usually put like gameplay videos on while I work or something if I'm trying to, especially if I'm trying to get shot inspiration for video game characters.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I was probably inspired by something that I saw.
Nice. But yeah, it's very much like that, And Vico, you did such a killer job with this, man.
Amazing.
It looks like Obadiah is really like
It's
going to
chilling.
be coming out.
It's chilling. It is such an epic moment, representative of that in the film. I just loved it when I saw this.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I had to pick it, and it also makes it easy when Vico is such a big contributor to the community. He's everywhere, man. He's always got positive comments for everybody. So I like him as a person too.
Big supporter of the Pic Bar too.
Yeah, he's a good artist and a good person. All right, let's check out the next artiste. All right, Chris. Yes, so this is a photo Chris took during our course. So it looks like it's a little bit cut off. Are you able to scroll down at all, or that's okay. So there's a little more detailed to this photo. The way it's cropped right now, it doesn't quite speak to what it was. But there's depth, and you see how Chris has utilized the side light that's taught in the workshop.
Yeah.
So it really made the figure pop. The picture that he took before without the side light, it didn't pop at all. Right, and so his second picture that I featured is outside of the workshop when he was out on a hike. And I apologize, guys, for messing with your order again. Would you be able to find his other Indiana Jones shot? Here.
Whoa! That's
So
awesome.
look at the action, the dynamic.
That's great.
Oh, it's so cool.
Right?
Yeah, it's like he's sliding down. That's so
Yeah, I was just about to say that. God damn.
Right? There is so much energy in this. Like I fucking love it, man. And this is just with the basic tools to get a shot done, and he's captured so much energy in this, and I love it so much, man.
That looks like moss, which is from what I understand, a really good thing to shoot your figures on because it's like really well in scale with your stuff. Yeah, it looks good, man.
Yeah,
really awesome. This is great.
Great job, man.
I need this indie figure. Everybody's like just doing such.
Do you know what? One of our buddies, the Unhuman, he bought the figure and it didn't have the coiled up whip, and they sent him an entire new buck with accessories and everything. And so he's giving me the buck that doesn't have the coiled whip with the accessories. So like free of charge, I'm getting hooked up with that indie figure.
That's amazing. And like
crazy.
you can like make a custom fired whip if you want. There you go, done.
Yeah, and you can fabricate something, right?
Yeah, there you go.
The Unhuman and I, like he's a solid dude. He was part of our Torontoynians. He actually came up with the name for Torontoynians, right? So he's just doing his own thing, but he's got some great artwork going on, right? But that's a solid guy. But Chris, you're killing it with the creativity and with the shots here, dude. I can't wait to see what you do with those gargoyle figures that you've
man,
got on order.
Forward to it.
All right.
Ooh, gotta take them out during a full moon.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
That'd be so sick, man. Do it like on like a building, or like a parking lot.
That's what
you capture that
call,
right. Fuck, that would be dope.
Yeah, man.
Premium production value, right? So.
Is there a comment here? Toying around. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, Chris didn't respond. Okay, so toying around. All right, this guy right here, I got to give him a shout out because he is such a positive human being. From the very beginning of me getting into this as a local guy, I bought things off of him. He's bought things off of me, and he's on his Instagram. It's not about posting pictures about toys, but about collecting and posting things for the community. And so I felt that I should give him a shout out, right? Because he's such a positive influence, and he helped form my opinion of the Canadian community, to be honest. So he's a solid guy, and he's actually the one coordinating the mini con on the 13th.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually just had a panel at San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah, he was on.
Oh,
the
wow,
panel
okay.
On SDCC, right? Like he was
That's
up
nuts.
there, name on the screen and everything.
Yeah, he's huge, man. He's got like a big following. I'm so glad that like he's a part, like he's like well integrated within like the local community as well as like the actual toy community
here's
online.
the thing. He's also a part of our GTA chat, which lets you know that even though he's got a lot of exposure, he's also down to earth.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah, no
He's a
kidding.
good local guy. He's at Heroes World a lot, so I think I felt the need to just give him a shout out because I really appreciate him as a person, man. And
yeah, he's so good.
does so much for the community.
I actually, you know what's funny? I think one of the few interactions that I had with him, I bought Agent Venom off of him. Like forever ago.
And I bet it was a reasonable price, and he was there on time, and he communicated well, right? Like
I think he ended up giving it to somebody else to like sell to me. That was in the group, and he was just like, "Yeah, I'm away, so I'm gonna ask somebody else to do it." So it was just like, "All right, cool, that's fine."
There you go. There you
Yeah.
go. He made sure you're sorted out, even though he found a solution for you, right? The guy's solid, man.
Yeah, really, really cool dude.
Yeah, no, I appreciate him very much.
I'm glad you put him on the feature. That's really cool.
Yeah, I like.
But it's about the artist, but it's also about the community, right? And he does so much for our community. I just felt the need, and also, and I'll sound like a terrible fan. I cannot, because I'm a little bit drunk. I can't remember the name of the actor, but the guy that played in Star Wars X-wing fighter, gray beard. Anyway, he's also going to be at this con.
Oh, shit! The Korean guy.
The angry grandpa or something.
Yeah, Angry Appa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that, it's amazing. Like there's a connection there, and so on August 13th, you got a chance to actually meet Angry Appa, the X-wing fighter pilot with the gray beard from the Star Wars movies, right?
Yep.
So he's going to be there, and which I think is incredibly cool, right?
I saw that. I was like, oh, that's really awesome. Yeah, he was in Mandalorian. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, he was.
Yes, it was giving the Mando the gears, but also letting him away with it. Right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Which is dope as fuck. I mean, what a wicked career to be the cool guy X-wing fighter pilot, right?
But he's cool because he's coming out to this local toy.
Yeah, it's a local
How sick
thing,
is that?
and my man is coming out to that, right?
That's so cool.
But also toying around made that happen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's always at Heroes World too. Angry Appa.
Yeah, he is.
Is he
Same
really?
with Miss Marvel, the actress that plays Miss Marvel. It's her favorite comic book store.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. Iman's always there, man. I think she's always there on like Wednesdays.
Oh, holy shit! Okay.
Right, and we all Nikki and
this place. Like I have to go to this place now.
Nikki and I always miss her.
Pure envy.
Whenever we go to Heroes World, we end up missing Iman almost every time that we go.
Well, I don't go to try and meet anybody. I just go because it's a great place to.
We don't even but that's the thing. We don't even try to go to like meet her. It's just we go and then we find out that she showed up after we left.
Yeah. Well, there you go. But yeah, if you're local, I wish there was a Heroes World everywhere because they're quite great for the community.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
All right. Let's take a look at the next artist.
Oh yeah, that's mine.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. I actually featured this guy because it was a custom job on this SH Figure Arts Venom. I was like, holy crap! Like he was posting like live updates on how he was doing it and how he was painting it. So he actually ended up doing a different symbol. So it's like the standard symbol in the front, but then he did a different symbol for the back, and it was more inspired by the spider or dragon, whatever you want to fucking call it, on the back by the video game that's going to be coming out for Spider-Man. So he redesigned and like painted the white spot on the fist and like whatever else there that you see that's white. That's all him that he did.
That's awesome. Did he do the Spider-Man too? That battle damaged.
Oh yeah, yeah. He does a lot of like customization and stuff. He's really, really good, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He did. Oh, there was like some other stuff that he did. He repainted a Carnage recently that's like super fucking dope. And like I was like gushing over that. There's just so much stuff that he's been doing lately. Because he's trying to do like movieverse figures and make them look more comic book-y. So yeah,
This
really,
is
really
great. I just love the energy in it, actually.
Yeah, and even the pose. Yeah, the posing is like really well done. It's very much like that. It's an homage to that Spider-Man cover that McFarlane did, where Venom's standing over Spidey. Really, really well done.
That's a really iconic.
Yeah, it's a very what I would call like a very consistent. Like it has the great lighting. The everything is in focus. Like it conveys the entire story very well.
Yeah, man. He even had a comment here. He says, "Thanks for the feature. I used my iPhone X to take photos. I also used an LED ring light for lighting in my shots. I play with angles to get the best dynamic shot out of the poses I do. My favorite toy line currently that I use to photograph are Mafex and SH Figure Arts. But it really depends on the shot you want, since Marvel Legends have a good amount of classic comic book character looks, such as the Avengers."
True that.
Yeah, man. He's really good. He does all of his own painting, all the customizing is all him. He did a Ben Reilly recently that is in the style of Across the Spider-Verse, and like a ton of other cool stuff. He also draws, and he's just a very talented guy.
That's accurate. I dig that there's custom work in this and that it sold so well.
And it looks like a comic book version of Venom. That's one of the
definitely.
biggest selling points. But yeah. Move on to the next guy. Oh, here we go. 88 Figs. He's in the comments somewhere. This is one of the shots that like I really, really liked. I don't he doesn't post as often, but he's still fairly active. But this was like one of the shots that I like absolutely loved, because like you guys know me. I love like my street level guys, minus like Dr. Strange over there. But what really stood out for me in this picture is, I don't know if you see on the far left, but he repurposed that unmasked Bucky to look like what's his name? Johnny Blaze.
Oh, okay, that is a Bucky head. I was like, what head is he using for?
Yeah, and I think that's
sick. Oh man, that's awesome.
I think that's either Chamber for Marvel Legends. That looks like Chamber. And he just has chains on him. It looks so dope. Like very casual, like Marvel Knights.
Yeah, no,
in this setting.
I love this pick a lot, actually.
Mr. Knight in the back is great.
Oh, that is like the piece de resistance. That's so good.
Yeah. Is that a custom head, or is that what the that's a particular release?
I do think that's actually no. There's light editing put in there.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, at first I was just like, yo, I think that's just like a full-on custom, but like, yeah, that's light editing, dude, and he puts in different hands there too.
Yeah, a different set of hands. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's excellent. I need to get that figure as well. That's another one I could.
I mean, like, dude, this whole picture is like multi-layered. Like, the strangest Mezco, right? And like the far left Ghost Rider is a kit bash, and the front three are also kit bashes because that Punisher is the same body that I use for my Sam Fisher, but then he painted the skull onto the vest.
Oh,
Is that what it is,
sick.
or is it the
Oh,
Mezco?
wow.
Yeah, no, he did paint it.
Yeah,
Wow.
and that's just the Marvel Legends head. It's so well done, dude. And that, like, I don't know what that body is for Black Widow, but like,
I apologize, boys. I'll be right back. I just gotta hit the head for a second.
yeah, all good.
I've been drinking pints all night. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's so well done. I mean, like, even the simplicity of the blade there that they have, like that he has, is like really, really cool because it's on a it's on a Valverse body too. I was like,
oh, okay. I'm like, what? Where is this? What blade figure is this? Yeah, no, this is crazy.
right?
I really like you're right about the layers. You can really unpack a lot there. Like initially, it's just awesome with like the characters and the lighting and the editing and stuff. And then, yeah, once you realize, like, oh, those are all custom figures there too.
Yeah, dude, it's so sick. And like, I totally forget that there's like boxes in this fucking shot, but yeah, the boxes add to it. It's so sick. Like that, the blade really, really stands out. Same with Mr. Knight and what's his name? Blaze at the far left there. So it's like there's so much to look at here, right? Like that the vest for Blade is custom.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and he's got the stakes on the side of his leg there too. He's holding his handgun to like.
Oh yeah, I can
it's
see that.
so
Okay,
sick.
yeah.
Oh my god,
that's a lot of attention to detail there for sure.
Yeah, and like dude, that Blade 2 look with the ninja suit is just so sick. It's just so dope. That has to be like peak Blade. And like makes me want to do a Blade custom, but I also have my Mezco Blade all done up.
We need to do a Blade collab for sure.
Oh yeah, don't you have Blade?
I have the Mezco Blade as well. Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, I think that's the one one Mezco that Jeff doesn't have, right?
Another figure that I shot once, and I just haven't shot him, and I should. Like he needs to, the investment needs to be at least be more than one shot. So he's definitely part of the backlog for sure.
Oh yeah, dude. Do you have a vest for him too, or is it still just the jacket?
Just the jacket. I could probably find something though. I wouldn't, or maybe like web gear. It might not be a full on vest, but I'm sure I could find something for him.
Yeah, I mean, what's it called? The guy that I got my Honey Badger and Karambit from for my Sam Fisher, he has a bunch of vests on his Etsy store. So I'd say definitely check him out because he does have like a specific Blade one.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, then we'll have to try.
Definitely check it out, dude. Because like, oh, holy fuck. I have to head out to spend time with the wife. Thanks so much for the feature, and I'll be sure to post something new soon. I'll keep an eye out for your next stream as I really enjoy it. Sweet. Glad you enjoyed it,
man.
man.
Brother. Thank you for joining us. Awesome work. Can't wait to see what else you get to create. And, enjoy the rest of your evening with your wife.
Yeah, man, enjoy. Dude, it's so hard to like shoot all of your figures though. I find that that's like one of the toughest thing. And I'm sure
releasing it too quick. I can't. The releases are way too fast. Like I don't post. I don't have a strict schedule at all. Like it's like when I have time, I do it. And yeah, man, there's a lot of figures that haven't been shot that are just like waiting. So, but it's kind of part of the fun for me. It's like, oh man, like I pretty much feel like it's endless. Like I could just walk in and just do whatever I want,
Yeah, I do think that's like that's what feeds into like the creator's block. I think for a lot of people, and I'm sure that there's people in the comments that can agree with this, but it's tough to really like sit down and just like actually do the thing that you wanted to plan out with the figure. I mean, Jeff was like the same way when he picked up his, what is it, like 3 Mafex figures last Friday.
Yeah,
he was just like,
Why are you exposing me like that?
I was just like, there's so much going on, but I don't know what to shoot. And he just sat there for like fucking 40 minutes, just like looking at everything, like this is life.
I overwhelmed myself. I over purchased, but it was all stuff I wanted. But then I was overwhelmed with story potential, and I was trying to think of ways to include all of the new figures together. And then I decided against like that, and I just went for a total Spider-Verse approach with Venom and the Pig and all that. But it took me a while to get to that, and then I had to fuck with the lighting. Yeah, I was off my game as a result of purchasing multiple figures like that.
But it's a good thing you've
gotten the overwhelmed thing before. Yeah. You like, especially when you pick up a few and like in a similar time frame, you're like, oh man, like I want to do it all, and you just
and then you get like completely like frozen. You can't figure out which one to do first.
Yeah.
I was gonna say before we move on, it's a good thing you picked up that Spidey, Jeff, the one that I pointed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when we went there today, there were no Spider-Man.
Really?
I'm not surprised.
Honestly, I'm glad, dude. I can't. As much as I was like, God damn it, you just cost me another $134. I was like, oh, but awesome. Now I have it.
That's basically what it is. It's just like, when are you gonna find it again for a decent price while also trying to support your local shop?
Aftermarket is ridiculous on that right now, and
yeah,
to have it at market price at the store and be able to support the store was awesome.
Super lucky for sure. Yeah,
yeah,
they go for a lot. Like, cause it is arguably the best Spider-Man from what I've heard. I don't have one personally.
Well, man, Adam, you gotta stop saying this kind of shit because it's like derailing my ideas for what I want to get you. Well, I want this, but I also want that. Well, fuck, man, can't keep saying that.
He's so awesome.
Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's a good thing.
He's so good, man. And he stacks up really well with
the symbiote suit is great too, which speaks to me because I was living Secret Wars with that suit introduced as it happened. Like I was going down to my local comic book store, buying the issues as they came out, waiting for the next month's release on Secret Wars. And when that Spider-Man costume was introduced in the comics, it was done way before it was done in Secret Wars. So you spent the whole time wondering how he got this cool suit that listened to his mind, right?
I have the first appearance of the black suit framed, signed by Stan Lee in my apartment. It's in our we have it in our living room.
That's fucking amazing.
I love that suit design. It's like I still think it's probably my favorite ever for Spider-Man.
Well, also to me it was like finally Spider-Man was winning. He had a suit that would listen to his mind. He wasn't always on the losing end. Like to me it was such a pinnacle moment for Spider-Man because it made him. He graduated. He had something that actually worked for him, and
it also put him in a dark place too, right?
Yeah,
so that
until later, and I got to tell you, man, that disappointed the shit out of me because I thought, fuck, there's fucking Peter over again. You know?
Oh man, but they do worse things to him later.
I mean, doesn't that always happen? He's like the everyman that just gets stomped on by just about everything they possibly can. That's like why he's so relatable. I don't know, but
and it's true, but just as you're living it, because when he finally has something awesome. And then the fuckers take it away from him. It was like, come on, Venom's cool, but what the fuck? You know?
That was superior. I had that moment with Superior Spider-Man. That was definitely
that was some excellent storytelling. Like now, like decades after distance, it opened up so many opportunities. And also, I have to be honest, I was a little bit resistant against the whole Spider-Verse thing, but now. It's great storytelling, right? Like it's a great, wonderful what if approach to things.
It's great too.
Seen the new movie, really want to see it. It's I have to go. I think it's out of theaters now, but we need to see it.
No, definitely you'll see it. I was gonna say that we get a lot of avenues for storytelling from Spider-Verse now, so you don't have just Peter, regardless of how similar they are, but Spider-Gwen not really being similar to Peter. Like she's like Gwen is a shut-in. She doesn't have a lot of friends. She doesn't like have anybody to relate to. But she still manages to like have some friends.
I think it's hilarious. That character just makes me laugh. I think it's so funny that like they're like, oh, you know who we should bring back? Gwen Stacy.
Right.
And like
The
but
ultimate
like it works
heartbreak
so
of
well
Parker.
too, which is hilarious. Like it's
It's funny because like they don't break the rule for bringing her back. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah, she's not even like legitimately like, oh, she's alive now. Like no, it's an alternate version. The real one.
Yeah.
is dead.
Peter's dead.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad that they didn't break that rule because I'm glad that they broke the rule for Bucky. I'm glad that they didn't break it for Gwen.
That was
like,
a very important moment in Spider-Man's history that they should never change. That's one of those. That's like Uncle Ben getting killed. Like you kind of needed.
Honestly, I
felt
felt like that with Phoenix, and they brought her back anyway, right? But the name says everything.
yeah.
But I felt like when Jean Grey died, she should have stayed dead.
You know how many people agree with you, Jeff?
Right? Like I felt like it was the ultimate storytelling, and then the ultimate cop out.
Oh yeah, man.
Jason Todd as well.
Because I was sad.
Yeah.
I was sad. I did not want her to die, but the way it was done and like on the moon, like fighting for her life, and they lost anyway. Like it was just so, boom, like
Yeah. Oh
there was
yeah.
something to it, right?
All right. Can we get to the next one, Thor? Alrighty. It is Hugsy Figs.
This is sick.
Hugsy Figs. Oh my god, dude, this is like I fucking love the Dino Thunder White Ranger, and I love the SPD White Ranger. Those are my two favorite White Rangers, other than Tommy, obviously. But this shot, I was like, man, he captured like his viciousness really, really well, but also with like the low lighting, with also like having the blast effects in the back. It's like really, really well done.
I like
said,
the smoke to it. It adds somehow it adds a level of realism.
"Oh yeah, man,
It's definitely
so-
it's very the smoke is very Power Rangers. They used to because like it was pretty low budget, so but you can get a big thing of smoke pretty cheaply. I'm sure they did that.
We've all done it as vandals.
Yeah, no,
It's-
it's freaking awesome, man.
Oh yeah, it's so well done, dude. I mean, like I'm going kind of with the theme here, but like it's so good. That figure is great too. Those Dino Thunder figures are tough to get to, so like I'm glad that he's able to use all of them all together like that. So he says, I used the computer screen to generate the background and use lights and cotton to simulate the explosion. There's cotton in here? Holy shit.
Yeah, where's the that's really cool.
That's a practical cloud. I thought it was monitor.
I think the explosion in the very, very back is a monitor. I use Lumex G7 with a 35mm lens. I would say SH Figure Arts are my favorite line to collect since the details and articulation are cut above the rest sometimes. Thanks for the support. Yeah, where is this cotton? I'm looking for it now. This is nuts.
Well, that's how you know it's a great shot. If we can't find it at all,
that's so crazy, man. Oh, so well done. And like, I don't know.
That looks like a real explosion. That's really hard to.
Yeah,
I definitely. That's not easy to get with cotton balls and lights. So that's really good.
Like you were saying, Adam, it's very much like it looks like a scene out of the Power Rangers, right? Because you can tell that the Rangers in the back are out of focus, but then you can still see the explosion in the background, and the focus is on Trent in the foreground. It's so well done. Like,
and that's definitely how they would have shot Power Rangers too. Like there's no way like the budget for those the shows are pretty I think pretty low, and that's it still looks good by them making decisions like that, like just having a big smoke screen behind them or something. It works. It really
yeah,
works.
oh yeah,
and
man.
This guy really replicated it well, so it's awesome.
So good, so good. We could move on to the next guy.
Oh, cool.
I needed to use this shot because, again, like very similar to the last shot, it's practical. This is actually like shot outside, and it actually feels like a scene out of Kamen Rider. So like what like sorry?
I wonder if that's an angle. Like, did he shoot it at an angle, or is that like a mirror that he used to get like a certain part of the sky? Like, I don't know. I've seen people use mirrors before, and that's like really neat.
I think that's just the angle, dude. Because
that's really nice. Like, just lucky with the clouds. Like, that just worked out. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's so well done because like it feels like he just like it's shot on set.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah.
That to me, it looks like somebody in costume on set or doing costume.
Yeah, but that's exactly what it is, and that's how it feels, right? Because like this is usually what they do with both Power Rangers and Kamen Rider.
Yeah,
they usually use like a clear set
of that shoot, the way it looks, right?
Yeah, that's exactly why I picked it too, because like it's so accurate. Oh my god, I went with a theme there for those last two. Yeah. I went with like the like Kamen Rider Power Rangers thing. It's just so well done. I mean, like so good.
So well done in its casualness. Like it's casual, but it looks like a clip from the show.
Yeah. The other thing too is that like there wasn't a lot of effort put into this. It's just there's a lot of detail. There's a lot of layers. Like the last one.
Well, I don't know about the effort thing, comment. I mean, they probably did put as much effort as we put into all of ours. The simplicity of it, like the casual vibe of it, is what I appreciate, right?
Oh yeah. Sorry, that's what I should have used. Like like very casual, like not Oh, so well done. So these guys, I actually featured these guys because they're part of my part of another group chat that I'm in, and it's really just like a chat for Filipino collectors to like kind of like share stories and just kind of like mess around or whatever, right? Just like talk about like Filipino stuff. But we are gonna be
talk about Filipino stuff.
Yeah, well, like that's basically what it is, right?
I was drunk and high enough to respond to that. Like, what?
Well, it's like
what is Filipino stuff?
So what? Like, how I'm saying it? Okay, I'm kind of like drowsy because I took fucking Benadryl.
I'm sorry if I'm calling you out. I don't.
No, that's okay. I'm glad that you.
I heard something. I'm like, what?
I'm glad that you actually asked that question. So it's like we're raised fairly differently compared to most people who had stuff growing up, right? And I do think that like a lot of people who were raised in lower income houses didn't end up having the same toys that like the rich kids in the classes did, right? So like the cheapest thing that we could get were Joes or hand-me-down Joes, right? That's almost every collector's like collection and how it starts. So we kind of just like we bond over that stuff, and like I think like the thing that we mostly bond over is like the food and like how our older relatives react to us buying toys as like but it's like it's just how they say it.
Experience, right? Like I get that. That's awesome.
Yeah, but it's how they say it, because like you can say like we'll say something in the group chat and everybody will laugh about it because it's just like that's something that my grandmother would say to me, or that's something that my mom would say to me, or I'll just like dying laughing.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah. So we're actually going to be starting a podcast where it's going to be like us talking about like that kind of stuff. We'll also like talking about toys.
You need to share that shit out to the chat, man.
Yeah,
it's awesome. Thank you. It's actually going to be under 88 Faces YouTube channel. We're gonna get it. We're just going to be
sweet, okay.
Yeah. So we're just talking about logistics and whatnot, and like planning and scheduling for the actual podcast and figuring out what time is best for us, and like how we're going to be able to use StreamYard well enough. That's probably a question that I'll hear towards 88 Figs and tell him to ask Thor about it. But this is these are the people that I featured here as the toy photographers because of like just everything that we've been talking about recently. Well, but the last person that I wanted to feature and like shout out, well, like not really feature, but shout out because of what they've done for the company is Heroes World. So
Heroes World, no way.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to put Heroes World there. And Andre talked to me about it earlier today too. So we can move on to the next one.
That's awesome. They're there with
so it's Andre and Miss Marvel there, just like hanging out. So she comes by every Wednesday, hangs out with them, like talks about like Top Shop, talks about comics, all that kind of stuff. And she wants to do stuff for the local like for Heroes World as well. She wants to come in and like do signings and stuff.
No way.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because she's gonna be writing or co-writing the new Miss Marvel series.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah. So she should be able to come in and like talk about it.
Which was amazing for her to get casted as it, and then now for her.
I was so excited when I heard she was from Mississauga. I was like, yes, like represent. Like I always love it when Canadian actors like can be big in Hollywood because there's not a lot of space for us.
Right, and like it's cool now because like she also lives in Markham, so it's just easier for her to go to Heroes World, right? So
yeah,
it's like, oh man, it's so cool. Like Andre and John are great guys. They always support like the community. Like you heard earlier with Jeff, there are workshops that happen at Heroes World, so it's not just toy photography stuff. They also hold events like Warhammer, card games, whatever you name it in terms of like card games. And they've opened that space up for the community to come in and like actually do stuff for that space and like give back to the community. So one of the things
their studios are awesome, as you can attest to as well, guys. Right?
Yeah, like there's a lot of space for people to work with. You could actually bring your own stuff if you need it. If you don't even have stuff there, then they will provide lights and whatnot. You can bring your food and drink in there as long as you're like tidy with that kind of stuff. It's great.
That's gonna be one of part of the workshop series that we're doing is have local artists show up to use the props and everything, and then like a guided theme where we do a in-person collab as part of the workshop.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was talking to Jeff about this too. Is that like at first it was like a conversation between the two of us, and it eventually led to like Jeff just being like, you should pitch your own class to Heroes World, to Andre and to John, and just like talk to them about it. And I was like, yeah, I'll try to figure something out with my schedule being cemented.
But even the stuff you did in that post, guys, like you did that post about throwing a punch.
Yeah, that was really great.
Put that into a lesson in a workshop.
And that's what I was thinking of doing too. Yeah,
because I'm telling you, it helps the community by getting people excited about the things that are awesome.
When I started out, I definitely would have been into that kind of stuff. Like I would have totally done those classes. So I think it's awesome.
100%.
Yeah,
and it's stuff we've figured out. It's stuff we've figured out. If we can share it, then it helps everyone.
Yeah, and I do think that like so Jeff was talking about this is that like because his course is focused solely on the photography aspect, like making sure that the lighting and the setting and the pose is good. So all of those three things are all set up. You can have a good shot set up and really just finagle it whenever you like wherever you need to, right? But then we were talking about like what needs to go into like what I do, and it's like the fine attention to detail and this and that, and just like the positioning of the camera and how the fight flows. So like it has to be a different class altogether. And I was just thinking about it because like not only just not only Jeff's comments about it, but also yours, Adam. Like previously, when we were conversing about like some of the Kurosawa stuff that I was doing, I was like, oh yeah, this is like, this is actually something that's really hard for somebody to capture. You can't do Kurosawa easily.
Yeah, it's not easy. No, definitely not. He's one of the greats for a reason, right? So,
Yeah, and like the thing is that he relies on even though that he did outdoor shooting, he relied a lot on natural lighting as well as like theater lighting. So it wasn't like, okay, you have a light, your person is in the middle, and then you have lights on either side of them. It's like, okay, we're gonna have a light shining down that goes upwards towards you, and you have a light shining downwards towards you. It's like those are the two lights that you have, and that's it. It's like that's insane. That's like a lot to work with, and you have to like figure out like what the best positioning is for each movement too, so that the lighting isn't too bad, or is it too high or is it too low in certain positions. So it's like that alone is something that I need to consider into a course. So it's like, okay, Kurosawa style, which involves like deep stances as well as like a focus on close-ups, and then there's like comic
the
style.
important thing is to make sure you've got it structured nicely so that people can.
Yeah,
you don't want to overwhelm people. Like you want to introduce the concept, practice, and then build on what you just practiced with the next step, and then practice both together, and then build on that concept and keep building that way for a course. So we're all done with our features, are we? Or
yeah, and like honestly, like that's what it was. Like when we were talking about it, Jeff, we just decided like I just decided like, hey, I should really actually write down all the stuff that goes into what I do for photography.
Absolutely, dude, absolutely, right? Because we all have our own process, and for myself, I'm a career project manager, process designer. And so when I come at my photography projects, it is from that perspective where I try to break it down. And so in the workshop that I do, that's something that I provide is the way that I think about side lighting, my approach to front lighting, the composition, how the focus should be, foreground, background, where the camera is. Like having all of that documented is in a way that's consumable. It just helps the guys, and most important is making sure they're having fun doing it, right? And like if you get a course going, pal, I'd love to check it out as well.
Okay, awesome, yeah, man. And like the thing is that so my days off are Sundays and Wednesdays now that I started working at that mastermind, so I'm just training right now. But I was like, wait, are there spaces going to be open for the Sunday? Because like I kind of wanted to like run it on a Saturday, but like it would make sense. It would actually be a lot better because if you did yours on a Saturday and then I did mine on a Sunday, they could like whatever they learned from you on the Saturday, they can use on my class on the Sunday. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm just like I'm putting a lot into it and just like writing like everything down that comes to mind and just being like, okay, yeah. So I have to like think about paneling if I want to show them how I do it like comic style, or if I want to do it like just like carousel style / like cinematically and like shoot it wide and have like bigger fight scenes. So there's a lot of moving parts that I have to like think about like what I need to do in terms of like writing down for a curriculum, not a curriculum, but for lesson plans.
Yeah. I'll just one thing I'll caution you on is it's pretty easy to get sucked into a rabbit hole of over explaining shit.
Oh yeah.
Try and back away from it and focus on the overall theme that you're trying to present.
Yeah, and of course.
You don't want to start micromanaging what they're going to do, but rather create opportunities for them to think about how they're going to approach solving that issue and how they would consider presenting it. That's going to be the challenge. But dude, we're all part of the same community because you're creating stuff like bouncing off of us, and all of us are willing to help out with that, right?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, got a lot of experience making training manuals and explaining things and complicated stuff.
Me too.
Definitely help. Yeah.
It's funny because I was telling I was telling Jeff this, and like I have all this information in my head in terms of like how to do things, how to hurt people, right? But like putting it on paper for shooting, in a fun way to shoot for toy photography. I'm like, how do I do this? Because like the process that that Jeff was talking about, where it's like concept and then it is practice. I was telling him like it's never been that way. It's never been that way when I teach it, and when it's been taught to me, it's practice the general movement first, and then you can conceptualize it with whatever context you're going to be using it in. So I'm just like, how do I do this backwards? I have to figure out a way to do
how to do it, right?
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what you come up with. I'm sure it'll be really cool.
Yeah, and like I didn't want to rip off of the guy that I was inspired by to make that tutorial for posing for a cross. His name is Toysology. You can see it like in my.
I've seen his stuff too. Yeah.
Yeah, he does like the generic action poses, right? Or like other dynamic poses. Or I was just like, okay, cool. I'll probably do something like that for martial arts. And he said, yeah, do it. So I was just like, I didn't want to step on any toes. Same thing with Jeff. I didn't want to step on any toes. So it was just like, okay, I got to do my own thing. I got to do it on like in a certain way, like how it feels more like me rather than like latching it on to somebody else's like kind of work, right? Yeah, that's what I'm working on, I guess.
Well, I mean, you guys know what I've been working on.
We need to see it. We need to see it. We need to see it. This is it. This is the moment.
Right. With the LEDs.
Thanks to Jeff saved my butt with this one. Definitely would have been screwed. I was really trying to figure out what to use.
I'm so happy that you're able to use them, man. Like honestly, that's a wonderful thing for me.
Alrighty. So, for those of you that have been on our previous Pic Bar episodes, I've been working on this custom Batwing, and it is officially completed now. And I'm just going to turn the light on here. It's actually going to be really hard to pick up on because of my bedroom lighting, but there's a tiny LED in there, courtesy of Jeff.
Well, courtesy of your skill set, bro. I just
what? That can like just stand like you can pull that up?
Oh yeah, buddy, it's posable. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so dope.
Yeah, that's how I get like, because I mean it's pretty small. That's how I get the the Mezco Batman in there. You have to kind of like pull it up, and then you sort of have it's definitely a process that I don't think I'm going to try to attempt it here, but it does like they fit. It does work. And yeah, I put this together with a bunch of old toys, and it's basically I Frankensteined it with glue, and
I fucking love it, dude. It looks factory. It looks purchased, like something I missed out on.
Sorry, I'm getting used to this new camera. Thanks, man. Yeah, no, it was so fun to put this together too. Like it took me a ridiculous amount of time just to like figure out what I wanted it to look like, and just like to source the parts. I definitely ripped apart a lot of old toys. Like this is my old Justice League Javelin from like when I was a kid for those 4-inch, 5-inch Justice League figures. And I just like I went to town on this thing, and and Jeff provided this little LED, and I was able to figure out. I learned a whole new skill with wiring lights and like figuring that out. So I'm excited to do other custom projects because this thing is.
It looks amazing, dude. Like honestly, the entire progress, like watching it develop over the period of time, it looks factory. Even before it was painted, it looked factory.
It looks so good, man. You did such a great job on it, dude.
Thank you. Yeah, this is like when I went to school, like small like fabrication, like we would make like props and stuff like that. And so I was just like, how can I take that skill and turn it into some cool action figure stuff? And that's effectively what this is. So
it looks amazing. I love it so much.
Thanks, man. So yeah, we'll get that in some collab shots for sure. Definitely want to.
Hell yeah! You know what? We are the last in-person collab we did was at my place. It was either end of January or early February, and I think it was end of January. So that's months ago.
Yeah, man. Oh,
Yeah. That's so
Nico,
good.
thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. Glad you guys dig it.
Yeah.
Now,
and honestly, like just for my part, those LEDs, dude, I bought a stack of them on Amazon because I thought I'd be doing way more customization, and I'm just using them for little like painting effects and stuff like that, right? So,
well, you've created an animal because now I bought a few battery packs. Like, so how I should explain that. How I actually did it was you can kind of see the red wire. I'll sort of see.
Yeah.
You can sort of see it in the back, just in like this back corner here.
You know what? You won't see it in any pictures, though, bro.
Sorry?
You won't see it in the pictures.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Especially when the figure's in there too. And then it's all like wired through, and it's just like in this like back piece here. Sorry, I'm kind of awkwardly trying to show you. This is the battery pack here, so it fits 2 AA's, and I just velcroed it in with some black Velcro. So it's like removable.
I fucking love it.
I love it.
It's
Like
so
the
awesome.
batteries out. So yeah,
wow, that's so dope, dude. Such a great job on it. Now all you need is a Mafex Batman stealth jumper suit.
I know. So bad.
They've got it in Heroes
He has the
World.
smaller shape, so he'll fit in this thing like no problem too.
Yep.
They have it in
Come on,
Heroes World.
Honestly, if it's still there on the 13th, that's what I'm gonna pick up. Like 100%. I was thinking that. Like if it's there, it's fate, and I gotta do it.
Good.
So.
Yeah. That's they have it there.
Anyway, thanks for letting me show that, guys. I had a lot of fun putting it
Hell
together.
yeah, dude. I mean, that's quite frankly what I think most people are looking forward to. Yeah.
I can't wait to do some shots. As soon as I get some time, man. Oh my god, I know what I want to do with it and everything. I just need to set it up.
Ooh, I don't know, man. Like how much it is on Emmy is like really, really cheap.
So it's like discounted. Oh, we got a visitor here.
Oh,
Awesome. I was distracted earlier because I was ordering Taco Bell. I'm just high enough to do this.
we had shawarma earlier, so I think I'm okay for food. That's so good. Yeah, so it's like $74 on Emmy. So
That's not bad at all.
That's awesome.
That's very reasonable.
And it was shipping. I think it'd be like $110.
No, that's not bad. Okay.
So you have options. You have options, man.
It could happen.
It could happen on the
rig.
13th.
I have that rig that I found too in my fodder. I'm gonna see if I can make that work. But yeah,
Nice.
definitely. It's I just the scale for those Mafex Batman I think are gonna be the best for it. So
Oh, for sure. And like how slim and slender they are, like it'll work so well.
The next project without question is I just want a 6-inch. I want a custom 6-inch Batman that's like. I want to make something. I want it to be just solid. I want it to be able to put it through its paces, not worry about anything getting messed up. It's just like, this is a photography Batman, and you can beat the hell out of him. And I'm hoping I can do that without like having to do a ton of painting, and it's like mostly kit bash. So we'll see.
Yeah. I was also I messaged that guy that made that custom Robin and Nightwing that I posted in the group chat.
Oh, dude, they're so good, man. Wow.
Right?
That
So
was
well
awesome.
done.
Holy hell, was that incredible!
Right?
Yeah.
So I messaged him because I think he had posted a custom that he did of the Libre Batman. He used
I think I saw that. Yeah.
He used the McFarlane kit and he put it on a Mezco body, and he said he used a Supreme Night body. So I was just like, "Yo, I got a friend that was asking about it. Do you mind, like, letting me know like what you did or like how you did it?" He's just like, "Yeah, I'll dig around and I'll see. Like, I'll send you pictures or whatever." So I'm just waiting on him.
That's sick. That's a really cool idea. Like I know you've done that with some customers too, like pulling off like the pieces from the McFarlane figures and like scaling them completely to like a 6-inch buck. It's a really good idea, and it really works too. I surprisingly like That Batman Beyond you did was really good.
Man,
Man, I was like, where did he buy that? Like, I did not think at first that was a McFarlane Batman.
everybody loves that Batman Beyond, man.
It's really good.
I really
They
think
haven't
I
made
need to
anything
showcase
like
it.
that. There is not a single 6-inch Batman Beyond, aside from I guess the Mezco one, which I don't have because it's like impossible aftermarket pricing. There is nothing that's
Well, you can always
really
mortgage
captures
your
it.
house. I mean, which,
Oh yeah.
I've been very close to eBaying that Mezco figure, but I've not done it because I'm like, you know, I'd be breaking the rule. I'd be definitely the most expensive figure I ever bought. So
I can't remember if I featured that Batman, if I ever showed the Batman Beyond on a stream at all.
Yeah.
well, if you got it beside you, now's the time, buddy.
I can just quickly run up and get it if you guys.
If it's not a big deal,
I'm just posing my
Right. Okay, yeah, give me a second.
Like, look at this thing. I fucking.
One thing I've also probably wait for Jazz to come back so I can show him as well. But I'm also working on a Batmobile right now, and
No way.
not so much I've made like a custom one before, but I'm more working on improving this Spin Master one.
Oh, cool.
So I'm just I'm in the middle of doing it.
Let me see that one. I think I have it.
I think it's the one you used. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, and I put an LED in it just like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I have like just this like,
Oh, that's
sticky
even
tacked in,
better. That's cool.
and it didn't have like a seat or anything or any of those like tubes. So like I've started just to sort of add some like little things to it just to kind of make it look a little bit more impressive on the inside.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it's pretty sweet. Like this thing is super easy to get figures in. Like you can just like.
Holy fuck! Is that a Batmobile that you did?
Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't sculpt
Connor.
it for sure, but yeah, like it's he's kind of sliding, but yeah, you can.
Oh, that's dope, man.
It can
Not
fit
bad.
it can fit all the figures though, from McFarlane down to Mezco.
Yeah, so I'm trying to like keep that aspect of it because I love that you can put any scale in there. So I'm trying to like just add like really subtle stuff so you can throw in pretty much any figure and it's just like a nice fit. Yeah, no, this is such a I don't know. I think I probably paid like $12 for this thing and it's like one of my favorite props.
Yeah, I grabbed it for $30 from Towing Around, the guy that I featured.
Oh, that's awesome.
Unbelievable price, right? Like it was just.
Yeah.
I love that. I love it.
Honestly, $12 to $30 is a pretty good fucking like.
Considering what's out there,
Yeah, man, that's really really well done.
Yeah, and it does almost everything that like these expensive ones that are just recently.
You mean like pose in a picture while we light it?
Yeah. Right. Like, and at the end of the day, like you're not really.
Expensive ones that.
Unless you're telling like a really long story of a fucking car going down a road.
But even that, you can sell it.
So that I've done one. I did a chase scene with the original custom Batmobile I did, and that was the only time I've ever like shot like the interior of a car, and it was just for one shot. And I did a lot of work on the interior, and I've honestly like barely shot it. So.
Nice, that's really really good. I mean, like the fact that like you're able to pay that much attention to detail within the storytelling, and you decide to like shoot in the car, like that's really tough to do, and it's really tough to capture. So that Batmobile, I just can't show it because it's just like ridiculous. It's huge. It's built off of a Barbie Corvette, so I was able to shoot the interior because you can actually get the camera inside and shoot it. Like there's enough space to do it.
Holy shit! Really?
That's a fun one. Like we'll have to have a collab, and I'll just bring all the custom Bat vehicles, and we'll shoot some Batman.
Oh, definitely do that.
Let's do that.
I'm definitely gonna bring my my Nightwings motorcycle too.
That thing is sweet, man. I can't have that bike. I think I'm just gonna repaint it, man. Like, it's so like, oh my god, it's really good.
Man, it's like it's that bike and then the Batman Beyond that you just always gush over. It's like
yeah.
So I actually have it here. I managed to grab it.
That's
awesome.
That's amazing. It's really good.
I can get it. get it better into focus.
And that's like you're not gonna have any paint rub issues because you like added the pieces on top of that buck, right? Like it's just
yeah, man. And honestly, it was just cloak. I just used the cloak buck and added all the McFarlane stuff on it.
that's amazing.
So I even gave him the hinged toes too. If you can see it.
Oh, he's got his toes. That's
yeah, man. So you can fucking port blast effects in there.
Yeah, because that's one thing you wouldn't want to give up because his blast effects are really good. The ones that he comes with.
Is that did you kit bash those feet or did you make them?
No, I kit bashed it. It would like I popped it off of the Batman Beyond body, and then I was hoping that like I didn't have to do any like sort of like super glue or hot glue to put into the ports. But then, like, it was already hot enough. I just I popped it onto the peg here, and it stayed. I was like, okay,
that's awesome.
Yep, the belt is on here from the figure. Same with the symbol. The symbol was able to like come off with enough heat and with enough with the right tools. And then the gauntlets too. I just cut off like the blades of the gauntlets and then super glued them on. And the head is held up by sticky tack. And actually, I didn't use the McFarlane hands for this. I ended up using the Mezco Supreme Knight hands.
Nice.
Because I was just like, you know what? I want him to have like really like versatile hands because he's going to be throwing batarangs. He's going to be like grabbing people, like all sorts of stuff. I'm going to be like telling stories with this figure. Whereas the Group Knight that I made, I decided to use the McFarlane trigger hands because he's always going to be holding guns. He's not going to be using his fists. He's always going to be holding weapons.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just swapped the two, and I was like, yeah, this was a good decision because like there's the open action hands that the Supreme Knight has, and you can put multiple batarangs in between the fingers, so you can have him holding like 3 batarangs in one hand.
Yeah, that's freaking sick.
Yeah, man. I just need an actual Terry head, and then that's really it, man.
I use the what is it? It's the unmasked Jason Todd head. That's the one I use for.
Yeah, that's my stand-in right now.
Yeah, it kind of looks like him. It's good enough, right?
Yeah, it's just his head's really fucking wide, so
yeah, it is
the only
a very
issue.
bizarrely shaped head. That is definitely my one critique as well.
But yeah, this is definitely like the custom that I'm most proud of, other than the Sam Fisher custom and my shredder.
That Sam Fisher is freaking awesome too.
Yeah, Sam Fisher was like, it was a long time coming, and I'm so glad that I finally did it. Yeah, that was my Batman Beyond costume.
I want to see that Red Robin you're working on too.
Oh yeah, it's almost done. I just need to paint up the eyes and stuff. Oh shit. It's green and it's sword. Hey, what's up? Oh, hey, okay, hold on.
What's up, fellas?
Go.
What up?
Hey, what's up?
What's
up, guys?
Good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Another stellar show, man. You guys always kill it, man. I love it. You guys just kill it, man.
That's very
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's like hilarious. It's like you guys are like we kind of debate on should we come on at the end? Well, I guess we do have to give announcements, but shit, they could actually technically close it out.
Well, but where are you gonna put the news?
That would be that's the only
we
reason.
just Gabberjaw, right?
But yeah, you guys kill it, man. Like damn, yeah, you guys kill it. And Superpowered, that it came out so well, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man. Damn, bro. Like, and that's the hookups, Terrell. He got him a hookup with the LED, man.
The LEDs, yeah. Well,
yes.
it needed that, and that was an easy give. It cost me nothing to do.
No, it came out good, man. It's like now, like Marshall's right. You gotta get that jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Man. I
Fucking
You gotta
told
get
you, man. You have to do it.
If you don't get that Mofex jumpsuit, then what the? Yeah, you have to.
It's funny because that whole figure is so situational. Well, like, why the fuck is anybody gonna buy this? And then Adam's like, well, I made a Batwing, so I might as well fucking buy this figure.
I can at least get a few shots with it. Like, so that's why I figure I can justify, because otherwise, he's in a jumpsuit. Like, you have like one idea and that's it.
But you actually have a reason to get them.
So,
and unlike me with the X-Force Wolverine that Terrell has enabled.
Did you order it? Did you order it?
Well, because look at the message. I'm gonna see if it's at the collectible shop on the weekend.
You should.
If it's there, because the thing is, I can see it in person and like look at the paint and check it to make sure. I get nervous sometimes when
you can look like it's.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I've ordered almost all of my imports off of Ami, right? And I haven't had any issues with paint, with articulation, with any sort of QC issues. Everything's been solid from Ami.
Oh, nice.
So, and even if you do have any issues, you email them, you show them what the actual issue is like, and then you just have to ship it back, and then they'll ship you a new one.
No, well, the reason being is because I ordered. I was gonna order Nightwing off of them, but then I ended up not for whatever reason. So I ended up getting them off of Big Bad, right? And when I got them, it was early. I got them early because sometimes they do that early shipping shit. But his face had a nick in it, like right on his. It looked ridiculous. So I contacted him and said, "Well, you can ship it back." And I said, "Dude, I'm not going through paying and shipping it back." And I was gonna get two anyway, so I canceled the other one I got because I had the other one didn't show up at the same time for whatever reason. And then I went to my collectible shop and they had them in hand. Nice. So I just bought the extra one there that I had canceled at Big Bad and bought them there. But they usually have them. So it's like, I always like to go there because I'm just nervous now when it gets into that price point that if I can see it in hand and look at it and inspect it, I'm better, like for whatever reason. And I'm doing the same thing with the Mezco Turtles. When they come out in December, I'm going to go there and look at them before, because it's just too much, man, to go through the hassle. But,
too much to have like a chip on the face.
Man, Jeff's just really enabling everybody to buy this figure.
Vico knows it is August. It is August. We're not supposed to be, but these guys are already. Terrell's already got me breaking the thing, and it's the 1st of August, man.
Fellas, we gonna
make it. Wolverine is
We're not gonna make
it. It comes with next to nothing in accessories, and it's still fucking worth it.
It's not about that. Like, it's I feel like the Marvel Legend Wolverine X-Force was one of their best ones, in my opinion, because he had.
I have that one. I have that one. I find the main difference is in the execution of the head and the claws.
Yes, but I feel like he was one of their better ones because he actually had sturdy claws. They weren't shitty and popping out and warped. So already looking at the Mofex one, he looks like the best released Mofex Wolverine. For whatever reason, companies can get that one better or something. I don't know why he's the better Wolverine that they can do.
And actually the Mezco X-Force Wolverine, despite me being a brown suit fan from the 84 series with Frank Miller, the X-Force Mezco Wolverine is fantastic.
Yeah, you're right. He's good too. He does look good. Right. No, he's right. Like
Thor's like, yeah, he's right. Maybe I should just order all of them. Everything X-Force. Fuck it, man. I'm just gonna get them all. $300. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's nothing. Chump change.
I'm gonna try and force myself not to be enabled into Deadpool too. I think I can wait on him a little bit.
I don't know if you should wait on him.
You don't think so?
And he doesn't.
No, you should probably get him.
He doesn't. Come
Whatever,
Marshall. But I got this this gun kit. I think it was a Valverse gun kit from Heroes World, and it goes well. It fits in his hand.
You got a gun kit. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely need to buy guns for him. But it's like
swords. but he has trigger
Mhm.
finger hands. So I think it's because of that nonsense with the we don't want adults
That's
buying
ridiculous.
action figures with guns, right? They know their market. Like, why are they fucking with us?
I
It's
know.
the company though. It's Marvel and it's DC that don't want to put guns in their action figures.
I know, but they know who their actual target market is.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
but they cherry pick because some figures come packed to the hilt, like the Black Widow that I got coming. She comes with all kinds of shit and guns and
Oh yeah.
smoke effects and everything. So they cherry pick what they want to do. I don't know, something like that they do. But yeah, you guys, damn it, man, breaking August already. This sucks, man. I thought.
No, you gotta get it. You just gotta buy it. Just do it, man.
You guys needed to host on Friday. That way, if I was buying it on Friday, then for August 1st.
Okay. So here's the thing. Like, if you buy it off of Ami, it's pretty cheap.
I saw it's $60. It is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Wow.
not expensive at all. Wow.
Yeah. So it's like maybe like $20, $30 for shipping.
So
Yeah.
$60 American.
15.
That's about 3,000 Canadian. That's a pretty good deal. That's a good deal.
But yeah, no, I think you should buy it, man. Maybe you should also see if the Deadpool's there.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna go this weekend and see if I see him in person. And if I see him in person, I'm gonna actually
always the
haggle
danger
with the
zone.
guys. I'm gonna haggle with them because they're really good about it. I'll be like, hey man, here it is on Ami for 60, man. Hey, hook me up. They'll probably be like, oh, okay, cool, we got you.
Oh yeah, Ami also does have the Deadpool too. So just letting you know.
Man, look, like I'm about to like mute. Usually Marshall is muted himself because of connectivity. But I'm
It was only like the last 2 times, but now I can actually talk.
yeah. Oh, man.
Hey man, I'm always on this site trying to see like, hey, what should I pre-order? Like, what are my pre-orders? Like, I'm just making sure that like I have the money lined up for like my pre-orders and whatnot.
Right.
And it's just like, oh, this is cool, and this is cool, and this is cool.
They're
Yeah, I'm
good.
just gonna send it out to everybody.
Yeah, those guys, I like Ami and I also like Hobby Link Japan. They're good too. Both of those are really good.
I find that Hobby Link Japan is more expensive though when it comes to
Sometimes they are,
things.
yeah. But as far as getting your stuff from either Ami or Hobby Link, they always, you're right, they do come pristine. I've never had any issues with either one of them.
I swear to God, man, the Flash delivers my shit. Because I order it like one day and then fucking 2 days later it shows up on my doorstep and the guy's like, here you go. This guy's like been driving like 130 on the fucking highway.
Get it to you.
Skipping over the ocean waters, he's going so fast.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
Normally we go over things we're getting, but we're not supposed to be getting anything, so we ain't saying shit. we're in no buy mode, which is damn it, Terrell. But anyway,
Why are you in no buy mode?
we're trying to go a whole month. Oh, I got all the Joes, man. Joes are top tier. We're in a no buy August is where we're trying to.
If you've gotten all the Joes, does that mean you also got the helicopter?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
I have to. I have to.
Adam, you gotta come over for the helicopter, man.
I'm bringing the Batwing. We're doing a shot. It's gonna happen for sure.
But yeah, we're on we're on a sabbatical to not buy an August.
I don't know, man. That pre-order for Poison Ivy is gonna be closing soon on Ami.
Oh, for the Mothx?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Finally an updated Poison Ivy figure.
But if you pre-order something, it's not buying.
Look. Yeah, you're right. No, Green is right. If you pre-order, it's not.
As long as you don't put any money down, you're good.
Right. And because technically,
it's later money.
I slid right under the bubble because Blitz got me Cosmic, so that's under the bubble because he did that on Sunday. So that slid under the bubble, but that was supposed to be the last purchase. There was supposed to be nothing happening, but here I come this weekend. Consequently, on payday,
the adamantium
fucking
wielding
trail.
draws you in. I'm telling you, man, if you can get a hold of that X-Force Math-X detail, it's well.
Oh man, you know what'd be great is if like you had all the other Mafex figures and just repaint them like the Psylocke.
Look, man.
Psylocke is
look.
wicked. She's
Look.
really great articulation.
I'm trying to slide under the radar, and I've been again, with the exception of Blitz this past weekend, I've been really great actually. So, there's things that I have coming, but they were pre-ordered like months ago. So that's
Huntress is fun to work with, but sometimes her hands fall out. But that's another one that's out there. That's
okay. Which, by the way, I just was watching yesterday, which this falls under Green's category of not technically a purchase, but there's several Black Series that are going to be getting re-released starting every Tuesday next. I think this next Tuesday.
I think you should just buy them.
They're gonna they're re-releasing Black Suit. Oh,
yeah,
no.
some
you
hard to find ones
probably
like
get those included with
like-
the Math-X Wolverine in your
like-
order.
but then they're pre-orders, so I think they're not shipping until October, December. But
Yeah, so
it's
we're
like
good.
it's like the Emperor Palpatine in the chair.
God.
It's
Yeah,
Cal
like
Kestis
Guys,
episode
please
one,
edition.
forgive me.
There's
My
like a
Taco
bunch
Bell
of
is
dudes.
arriving a little bit earlier than I thought. I'll be right back with food.
But yeah, they're those are coming out, and so they don't count
I'll
because
wait
they're
until
pre-orders
1 minute.
and they're technically they're re-releases, so they're old figures anyway. But if you needed an Anakin, if you needed Palpatine, that's when you can get them.
That's
I like
cool.
that they're doing
so they're
that.
gonna
That's
release
really
Anakin
nice
and
for-
stuff.
Yeah.
Because so many
Yeah.
people jump in like later, and then it's like, oh, here, pay $200 to get Darth Vader.
I know.
You need it, and you're
And
gonna.
all
you know,
those guys like that Anakin was like $670, the regular
Yes.
Anakin or something. And then the Palpatine was like 150 or whatever. It's like, come on, man. So
Nah,
yeah.
Anakin-
Yeah, homie, I paid like $50 for him.
How much was he, Blitz?
Anakin goes for 190. Palpatine
190
goes for
now?
150.
Why?
Yeah,
That's
but-
fucking crazy.
Oh
I think
man,
maybe $24.99 or whatever the regular
Yeah.
the price he was.
Jesus Christ.
I like
Whoa.
that they're clearly doing something to address like the outrageous aftermarket with these like re-releases. I
They
like
need
that.
to.
I'll
They
be
need
right
to.
back, lads.
The
Okay.
scalping is ruining the hobby for sure.
It
So
is.
I-
If
Yeah.
like
they're
this
not
news.
going to increase the value of the product, then they got to do something. Like if
Yeah.
you're not going to do that, then you need to re-release figures that are harder to find and they are like eBay prices. Do something.
Yeah. I
Think
do
about
think
all the
with
things
the
will happen.
Rogue, with that X-Men Rogue figure, like there was a recent like re-release of the classic one, and I remember the original
Yes.
one, like a peg warmer, you could get it, and then once they started releasing some decent waves, people really got into the Legends, and she's like, I remember
Oh,
the
she
aftermarket. I was
skyrocketed.
looking at it. It was ridiculous. It was like $200 to get her.
Yep.
I remember. Yeah.
Skyrocket. I got her superpower. I was out of town visiting family in Louisiana, and I walked
Yeah.
into Walgreens and the whole wave was there, and they were all like $14.99 on sale. So I just bought the
That's
whole
amazing.
Okay, so I just went like this and then like pulled it off.
I would have ran out of the store with that. I was like, oh, we're going now. We're going now.
No, he took the whole fucking peg off the wall and then walked out with the peg.
There you go.
I'll
Man.
take this.
But I remember that they did because that was the Juggernaut Build a Wave, and they were sitting in Walgreens for like $14.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was a
Hey,
great wave
shit.
all around too.
Yeah.
A lot of those
You're
figures
right.
to get.
So shortly after that, a year or so after that, yeah, she jumped up to like $200. It's ridiculous, man.
I was starting to build my X-Men, and I wanted Rogue, and yeah, I waited. I'm very glad I did for that reason.
Yeah. And then they released the carded version or whatever.
Saved myself like $150 or whatever.
I mean, you might as well just save that $150 and put it towards an import because it's they're probably going to release a Rogue. That's that's from Mafia.
Yeah. I'm learning that. Like, yeah, they eventually do re-release everything, or at least put out. Well, nowadays they're putting out restructured molds, like the Black Widow. I already have a Black Widow, but this one's going to be like. So I feel bad for anybody who bought her previously, the old one I have, because that one's not worth the money. But that's all they had out there at the time. So
yeah,
I have that gray variant, and I still want to replace her with the new one because it's really good. Like big improvements there.
I was also going to say that, like, regardless of what's being put out for Hasbro, it's the fact that they're willing to charge so much for a figure that has next to no accessories. Like,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, if you're already going to be putting it at a higher price point, and then your deluxe figures are like almost $10 to $15 more than your regular pieces, you might as well just start putting in more accessories, as well as like giving us things like cloth accessories. So just like give us fucking soft goods for all of our shit.
According to what went down with Shardimus Prime, they tried to claim that if they did that, then they'd have to put out less figures. And he was like, "We'll put out less figures." If you're gonna give me a figure that comes jam packed, because he used the Black Widow as an example, which was a great point on his part. Like, if you're gonna, because I think she's 27 or something. If you're gonna release something with that amount of accessories and you're gonna charge 27, but you're only gonna give me like 10 of those a year, I'm good with that. Like, that's fine. That's what we do. Don't give me 30 figures and they're all that price or more, and they come with one damn accessory. That's ridiculous.
I totally agree with that.
Like, think about it. That whole Eternals wave, that wave was fucking awful. Regardless of like how bad it was, even if they released it with like really cool effects, different head sculpts, different hands, it would have fucking sold. It would have sold.
I've bought figures just for the accessories before. Absolutely, and Marvel Legends is absolutely when the value is there, it is worth the money. And we as collectors, we all show. I feel like we all show them that. Like, I mean, those figures are the ones that sell out first. Is when you get what your money's worth.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like that Black Widow figure, as an example, it's an excellent figure. It's what you should expect for that price point. And when you get a Joe figure, that's what you should expect from that price point. But the other Marvel stuff that they try to throw out, it's like they're not. We're not. This is like street corner hustling, man. Just throwing out some shit to see if you want to pick up I know you're fiending. I know you need some. Dude, come on.
They're cutting their crack with baby powder. Yeah,
pretty much.
So like, I think like we were talking about this in the Toronto group chat, where it was just like they have all these really cool body molds that they could be using for other figures. Like I was talking about the Amazing Fantasy body, and I was like, holy shit, they can make different versions of Shang-Chi. All his different comic suits from the last 10 fucking years, you can make different versions of that with just that one body, and then just give us different hands and different head sculpts, and give us fucking soft goods, and then you're good.
According to them, that tooling to use what's already molded costs too much money to do that.
But like
that's where McFarlane's ahead of them, because he makes
and here's the thing, he spends money on molds. He specifically molds on each fucking figure. He doesn't reuse anything. Yeah, no, but that's the thing. Like, but they reuse all those molds, right? They reuse them all the fucking time. Whereas McFarlane's figures, each figure has a specific mold, right? It has the same base, yeah, for sure. But it does, like, in terms of like actual detail in the actual figure, it's all on there.
Here's where Marvel Hasbro team is bullshitting us all, because they do spend money on molds. Every single MCU figure is a unique mold. Every single one of them, because they're unique human beings. They're They're different people. So they've got molds. They can make as many molds as they need to make for any character. They just don't choose to do it because they want to be cheap asses.
I was gonna say, like, that whole Disney Plus wave, like fantastic in terms of details. But like the thing is that you get nothing with each and every one of those figures.
Yeah.
But like you put out these shows, you spend millions and millions of dollars on these shows, and then you market it, and you give us these fucking half-ass figures that like barely can move. The best one out of the fucking bunch is probably the Kate Bishop and then the Mr. Knight. Why the fuck am I going to buy anything else? If everything else,
you got to remember,
shit.
Disney is Disney, Hasbro is Hasbro. Disney
Yeah.
is only going to approve the facing of the figure. They're not going to approve what figures Hasbro puts out or what comes with the figures.
Right.
Oh yeah, like that's such a huge thing too, right? So like they'll never release, like, say if they wanted to do like a whole wave of Shang-Chi figures where it's like actually all the characters from the movie, that they're not gonna fucking do all the all of those characters. They didn't do Michelle Yeoh's character. They only did the 3, right?
But at the same time, remember each one of those figures were unique sculpts to each.
Oh
other.
yeah, for sure.
So
Like
the whole argument of not having the ability to do unique sculpts is that's not true. They just don't choose to do it.
I do think that's where it comes from, like Blitz's comment about how it's just like Disney will approve that because Disney wants that fucking money. Disney wants the toy money. But then whereas Hasbro is just like, if we do put it out, then will anybody buy it? And it's just like, you do realize your target audience are adults because adults are responding on your Twitter.
Anything they release is based off of analytics, right? What the highest probability of is going to sell. And there's so few female figures.
But all they'd have to do is exactly what he said: put out less figures. If you're gonna spend more, if you need to spend more money to give more unique molds, give more accessories, put out less figures. You can actually put out waves with like three. Look at Jada Toys. Jada Toys is coming out with amazing figures. They're not doing like 10 figures a wave. They're doing 3 a wave. 3, that's enough to get out there. Yeah. Like they could do, and the thing is, Hasbro could do it because they're not hurting from getting money from their other licenses, right?
Yeah, right.
It would be different if all they had was Marvel Comics figures. But they get money from G.I. Joe. They get money from Transformers. They get money from Star Wars. Like, you don't have to put out. You could literally put out, 4 figures a wave, 3 figures a wave, 4 max, and you'd be good.
They're not gonna.
No, they're not gonna do it. They're not.
Yeah, they're always thinking like money.
Hasbro has a contract with Target. Hasbro has with Walmart. It's supply and demand. They have to putting out figures in order to fill those shelves wherever, whether it's GameStop or what is it, the other places, or any place that sells anything from Hasbro is supply. So
they're contracted in on Blitz.
Huh?
They're contracted into that.
Yeah, they have to keep pumping out figures. And like you said, Data Toys is pumping three figures a wave. But think about how long Hasbro has been out compared to Jada Toys, right?
Right.
In like 5 years, Jada Toys is gonna have to pump 10 figures a wave.
Yeah.
Shelf space is highly, highly competitive, and they drop. They're so brutal. Like they will drop your pegs or your space. Like if you underperform, it's like you're on the clearance rack before you know it. So I'm sure they have a ridiculous contract because they're Hasbro, and that's probably I'm sure that's exactly why. It's to fill pegs. It's to
fill in keep up the supply and demand. Well, I mean, and you're absolutely right. They probably do have to definitely keep up the supply and demand. But unlike Jada, they have the profit margin to actually still spend money on the figures.
Yeah, like their Joe line, they have no excuse because they own it. It's super successful, and like they could definitely take some of that and be like, let's reinvest it into the Marvel Legends because
Joe line.
So the reason why they can't do that is because each and every department actually competes with one another. So even though that Hasbro has a license with Marvel and outright owns G.I. Joe and Transformers, all 3 of those guys have to compete against each other. So they can't use each other's molds, which is fucked. That is actually fucked. Because it's like you're all under the same company. But then you see that like the Joe line has only been launched since like what, the beginning of the pandemic? Right. Or even like just before that? Yeah. So it's like it hasn't been around long. They managed to make figures that people really, really like, regardless of like what they look like. They still like people will still buy it because they're Joe's.
The entire line is, it's just so good.
It's phenomenal, and like that's the thing. Like people will always buy Joe's, but then when it comes to Marvel Legends, people will always be picky because it's like, okay, you don't really need that whole Eternals wave. You don't really need a Bucky cap if you've already repurposed a Captain America figure as well as like a Bucky figure, and then just made it yourself, or even like done something with a Valorous figure. Like you don't like. We have the materials to make some of these characters, but Marvel doesn't decide to do these things until, oh hey, we actually demand it. Like fucking 10 years later, and like okay, now that G.I. Joe's putting out exclusives and Transformers is doing well, and both of those companies are now crossing over and are in the same universe, Marvel has to start pumping shit out now. And Marvel's like teetering on fucking comics right now. So it's like we need to make money from toys, and we need to push more of those shows, more of those
comics are hitting a brick wall.
That's the thing. Like if you're reading stuff regularly, you know that Marvel isn't making any fucking money. No. Whereas DC's making their money off of all of their books. They're fine. They have Warner Brothers. They have like all their cartoons and shit. So that's great. But Marvel's not doing anything that's actually making them any money other than making the shows. So like they have to have like an avenue other than just comics and just shows. They need to bring it in with fucking toys. That's why you see all those exclusives coming out. That's why all those 2-packs are coming out now too. So like it's like all the stuff that we asked for fucking 5 years ago is finally coming out. But
coming out now, right?
Yeah, but then like
at premium prices.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like premium prices, but you get nothing other than the figure.
Remember when that happened with Mattel? It was their last DCUC wave was like their best wave in years because they finally got to do it. Yeah, that was the Killer Croc wave, and like honestly, like it wasn't amazing those figures, but that wave was really good.
Yeah, and like the thing is that was huge too, man, because like DC wasn't really having any luck with action figures, even from their direct line. People weren't buying anything, right? And DC Icons didn't do as well as they wanted to because they wanted like DC Direct wanted Marvel Legends money. But they weren't getting it, so that's why that what was it, the Booster Gold wave that was supposed to come out that got completely canceled because it didn't because Marvel Legends was killing it at that time.
Yeah, they were.
So you couldn't get anything out of DC, and then now that McFarlane has the licensing, he can pump out like a figure like 2 or 3 waves a week, and that's no problem for him.
More or less,
yeah.
That's what he's doing. It's. I don't know, man. Like I said, I still pick up Marvel Legends. Don't get me wrong. I got the Destroyer and Thor, and I got the Mark I Iron Man and whatnot. But I cherry pick them like massively to what I used to. I used to just buy everything. Like I completely cherry pick them now, which is crazy. Yeah. I never thought I'd be here, to be honest.
And here's the thing: there's nothing wrong with like being critical of what you buy.
No, it's your money.
Yeah,
you want it now, JG Jenner.
How you do, man?
Yeah, and like if you want to spend $40 on your Marvel Legends figure, because that's generally how much it would be over here. If you didn't have a discount with fucking GameStop, then it's just like okay, that's $40. Yeah, it's damn right. It's like $40 for a figure. It's just like okay, do you really want it? What can you do with it? What story can you tell with it? Right. Okay, if you can justify the price of that figure, then yeah, sure, go for it. I'm not gonna knock it, but like you have to pick and choose. I didn't buy all those Spider-Man retro card wave figures. I'm just getting the Daredevil, and then I got Ben Reilly. That's
the two I got.
Yeah.
I did get Tarantula and Rose because I won his Rogues Gallery, but those are the other. I didn't get Miles or Spider Woman.
But like, here's the thing: they look good, and if people enjoy them, then that's great. But the thing is that like, if Hasbro's not gonna update their bodies for all the comic characters, then I'm not gonna be like spending money on it. And like, it's okay if you do spend money on it, but you know, if you're gonna like, if all you're gonna do is complain about like that line, maybe you should.
I gotta
like,
be honest. That at the end of the day, if I'm
spend your money elsewhere,
out in the wild, and if I can see a story with it, I don't give a fuck what company it's from. I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah,
right.
Like,
I think we're all the same, right? Like,
Yeah.
if you see a story with it, you're just gonna buy it, right?
Yeah, that's a good place to be. Like to getting it because you know you're gonna shoot it and you're gonna have fun shooting and play with it and do what you do. Versus like, you know, but I remember, you know, just maybe even a year and a half ago or so, that it was just like buy. You know, you just see a Marvel Legend, see something, you just picking them all up. But then they went through like, and it's so funny to see it because Blitz literally walked us through the price increases as they were happening over that course of that year. And he was like, "All right, so they're going to do they're going to do a price jump now. Then they're going to do one." And then they did. And it was just like, damn. And it went like, as soon as we turned that curve, it was like, all right, it's cherry picking time. I don't need to get all these things. Because you can, like you said, Marshall, you can save up in a sense, get one figure that's a Mezco Mafex, and you're going to have a bazillion accessories, a bazillion swap out stuff. And you're going to get a lot of mileage out of it, you know. And
for
that
sure.
Wave where you get that wave, and you buy the wave. It's got 5-6 figures. Really, only 2 of them actually are the ones that you mess around with that much. The rest of them,
it also depends on like what you're actually doing with your toys, right? If you're one of those guys that's just like, I need every single X-Men. Okay, sure.
Right.
Yeah, buy every X-Men figure. That's really cool. Like, I think your shelf probably looks fucking amazing. That shelf is probably
I got
stacked.
all that. It looks pretty crazy.
Yeah, of course you do. Well, now you need to add the X-Force people.
And I got the X-Force dude, so yeah, but not those 2 that you. Stop it!
It's right there. Look how good it looks, man. I think you should just buy it now.
Stop it.
So
it's like $60, right?
Gentlemen, my wife is texting me to take my ass to bed.
Okay. Well, no, this we ran a long show tonight, which was good, man. You guys killed it as you always do.
Yeah.
Which is great because when you guys come on, I mean, we literally can talk all night because it gets funny.
Yeah.
But again, thanks, fellas, for you know, coming on, doing what you do, what you always do. You always knock it out the park. Always do it. I love the touch of adding not just actual toy photos, but shouting out people in the toy community. That was cool.
Yeah.
Touring around, doing that.
We
shouting out
didn't
the
even
shop that you did, Marshall. That's dope, dude.
Did it.
What'd you say? I'm sorry, Tora.
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you. But we didn't even discuss it. We just did it independently. We ended up.
I love it, dude. That was dope.
Yeah,
That's
nice.
what you should be doing. Like, so, no, that's props. So, that being said, man, Blitz, you got us a rundown real quick. We got some cool stuff coming, I think, actually.
Oh shit!
To be honest, I don't even have. I didn't take anything down.
Well, it does say.
What do we got going on? So Thor was on Behind the Plastic. The episode is up now. That was
So are you?
The fire episode.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm up tomorrow on Behind the Plastic, so go check out that episode. I
Yeah,
had a blast
thank
with them. I will also be on A Worthy Addiction tomorrow night,
Nice.
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Toy Addict 17 and Unworthy Collector. I'm looking forward to it. It's a wrestling episode. We're going to be talking about SummerSlam. So definitely check them out as well for their show. Their show is crazy. Green for Echo Base Radio. I know he's on vacation right now, but Echo Base Radio, man. If you love Star
Appreciate
Wars,
you.
the lore of Star Wars, check out Green and his boy, man. They do like this podcast on based on the episodes of the movie, and it's a great listen and lore for Star Wars. So definitely check it out. But check out Kushimama for the collector sector. I wasn't ready today, people. I wasn't.
That's okay.
You're good.
You good, brother? You good?
Trying to think what else we had.
Well, the whole month of September, it's booked. At least you told it it's booked.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna be creating something tomorrow that I'm going to post up. But yes, we are booked for Lazy Boys all the way to October already.
October. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
So, but I'm gonna be creating something tomorrow that I was thinking about a little while ago. So I'm gonna try to make it work, and that'll be an easier way for when people want to be on for us to schedule it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, man.
But if you want to be on, people, it'll be out in October. We made some moves.
That's crazy, man. That's a stacked fucking roster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's been busy, and busy's always good. But if you guys want to be a guest on Lazy Boys, please reach out to one of us. Let us know. And now we're booked till October. But we will schedule it. But if you guys want to do host Lazy Boys like these three gentlemen just did, you guys can reach out to us. Let us know as well. We'll definitely schedule you guys to host the show. You guys can do what we do. Appreciate the community and showcase the amazing art, which is toy photography.
Yeah.
But other than that, I definitely don't have anything else at the moment.
What we do,
But
I was gonna jump in. We do have, hopefully, if everything works out, we got to get all this information. We're gonna have a special guest, I believe, next Friday on the Pic Bar. It's gonna be super action stuff. And super action.
Yo!
I think he's gonna be showing off new designs and new stuff he's coming with, man. So it should be.
Yo, we definitely need to watch that shit.
Hell yeah.
We're happy to have him on.
Sick, man.
Really dope.
I was just gonna say we'll be back Friday for Friday.
Yeah,
night.
but we will be back this Friday.
And next this Sunday for Lazy Boys, the guest will be Night Terrors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking
Nice.
forward to it. But until then, the bar is officially closed, my people. Before my wife actually beats my ass.
I'm in the same boat with you.
I told you to come to bed.
Yo, she texted me. She was already in bed. She texted me at 10 o'clock. She goes, "Why are you not over here?"
All right. Well, thank you
She
guys.
was like, "I'm gonna fuck you up."
Right.
Oh my god.
Gentlemen, thank you guys for joining us, man.
Always
It's
a
been
pleasure.
real.
All right. Thanks for
Yeah,
having
Thank you for having us. Appreciate it.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
night, everybody.
Peace.
Y'all be safe.
Take care.
Peace.